All right, guys, we're starting up something different today. Me, James the Show,
And Dzilla, as always.
my co-host, and it's been a while, just starting back up. This show is now called the promo. So,
Universal term is cool. He said it, and it's just like, that's it. Like,
it works.
immediately. It was no question, no doubles, no nothing.
So, we want to run through a few topics. I'm not sure how the camera is going to look. You're still playing around with the gadgets. It's a new laptop for me. Pretty big, pretty nice. So, we're going to try to figure out how it works. But we thought we'd try something different where you actually see our faces and you can interact with us. So, let's see. First topic I want to talk about is those guys right there on this hat. What is wrong with these Chicago Bulls?
Disappointing. Like, you watched last year, and understanding we lost Ball, who I don't care what nobody says, is so vital to our game. When he was playing at his peak, we were the best team in the league. Nobody talks about that, which kind of bothers me as a Chicago. We were the best team. We were beating everybody. And Ball is important. He might not be fucking John Moran and shit like that, but for what we needed him to be, he was a Jason Kidd hybrid almost. I mean, is that fair to say Jason Kidd?
Yeah. He was our best shooter. He's a 3-and-D guy.
And he knew how to move offense. Like you said, you watch a Bulls game now, everybody stands there. And then they give it to Durant when it's like 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and pray.
They give it to Debo.
And pray to God
like
that he do something.
It's him and Zach just playing hero ball the whole game. It's like,
but is Zach though? Let's be honest.
Is
he though?
We call it hero ball because he's not passing,
but
he's trying to be the hero.
But Zach got his money, so what's the problem?
I think a lot of teams may be demoralized by it.
You think other players on that need like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, hey, he got this max contract, but this brother not putting out. DeRozan's putting out, and he's not making half as much as Zach.
You know they're talking about trade. There's actual talks.
I mean, but we do have confirmed where there is no trade interest with the Lakers at all. Not happening.
No, Westbrook is not the guy.
You would not trade for Westbrook. He's too old.
It's not a matter that he's old. It's just that he's with Westbrook kind of style of play. He needs to dominate.
Yes,
he needs to be you understand what I'm saying? Like he needs to be the guy,
the best guy on the
period.
team.
He cannot play off someone. If he couldn't do it with Durant, which low key he kind of should have.
Yeah,
but I don't know what's going on.
That was Durant's fault.
Really? You're the first person that can openly admit that.
Because it was Durant's fault because he was the best guy on the court, but he didn't say that. He didn't establish, hey, this is my team.
But he never done that in his career. Even with the two he won over there.
He did it in Golden State because the pressure wasn't on him. It was on Curry and Clay. So all he had
you're the first person that's telling the truth.
Yes, so he knew.
So why did the guys question interfere? Why do most people say when Durant went to Golden State it was his team?
Because he emphatically he was supposed to be the best player. We all know who the player
was. Curry.
It was Curry.
Curry pulled back.
And
that was proven.
And Curry, literally, you have to understand something. I don't know why they said it was Durant's team. It's been proven. Durant needed Curry. Curry did not need Durant because he won 2 chips without him.
Facts.
He won
should have been 3.
Yeah, he won 2 without him. So, like I say,
and also
Durant was the problem.
And also, don't forget that Curry put his numbers down and took a huge step back from what he could do because you notice when they got rid of him, his stats went up. And the season that they fought LeBron in the play-in, he carried these motherfuckers by himself.
Yes,
to the play-in.
Yeah, this is Curry can. I mean, don't get me wrong. His defense is a little bit lackluster,
but you don't want him for that.
But the team knows how to hide it.
And they know, not only that though, he's
out there for offense.
He's a cheat code on. I've never seen a play other than in my era watching it. I would have said Ray Allen.
This dude he can shoot from anywhere.
He's
literally his nickname should be circus shots. Literally, the stuff he does is ridiculous. Some of the shots I've seen him make, like, this is ridiculous. Don't you think your arms would get tired from shooting the ball that many times?
It's a different breed. It's a shooter league.
The way he just shoots and he looks away. He just knows what's going on.
He did that shit a lot at Boston. That's blowing.
He just made 5 shots on camera, full court,
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Just chucking them,
Yeah,
and they just
I
go.
saw that in the one.
I'm like, wow,
He's different.
like this.
But
He's a
I
great
guarantee
shooter,
he's probably great at geometry. He
yeah.
probably has that
And
math
his
perfect
body just, he figures with his brain and say, hey, I got this on automatic.
for sure. So, all right, slide back to the Bulls.
The Bulls should be able to win every night.
What do you think they're doing wrong?
They're not using the best move. They have one of the best. They have one of the. I'll say this. They have one of the top 5 centers in the league right now, and they do not use him
You
effectively.
put respect on Drummond name, which I like.
Not
I'm
even.
not a
I'm
Detroit
not even
fan.
talking about Drummond.
Talking about Vooch?
I'm talking about Vooch. Let's think about it. How much can name one? Name a few people that can guard him 1-on-1 in the post.
Not many, but the problem is with Vucevic, which I have with him. First of all, this has been his best year with the Bulls today, even though it's the second, much better than year one. But with Vucevic, I feel like he's really a stretch four. He don't like to bang, but he can score, and he's hard to defend.
But that's different because on Magic, he used to get down there.
Because he was the guy,
and you couldn't.
That's the difference.
They need to make him the guy.
Vucevic was a poor man version of Joker.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
They talk about
that's fair.
They talk about Joker. They talk about
because he was 2010 in Orlando.
Yeah, they talk about Embiid. They talk about these guys. Do you look at somebody like Vooch because he's not as physically dominant as they are?
And it's not even. It's that too. He's a finesse, but he's not the guy. If he was still in Orlando,
he could be.
If he was in Orlando, he would still be 2010.
And the reason why they say that until Ball comes back, everything needs to be ran through Vucevic. Everything.
They need to go down low. And you got Drummond.
Literally.
People this man is 28.
And we got
He's 28 years old. He's technically prime, but the prime don't really hit with 30. And if the way this league is right now, that's another 10 years if he stay healthy. Maybe 7 for a big man. But and we got him for free.
Cheap. He got him for 2 years for like what, $8 million or something like that?
And that's why, and he doing his thing. Like my problem with the Bulls is the bottom line is this: we don't have a point guard. I keep stressing point guard. Even back in the day, a point guard sets the offense. Why do you think a team like Golden State's always in it? If you got a dynamic point guard in Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving, that makes the difference. If they can score, move the ball, transition, can pull up, can take you off the dribble. That's why the Bulls are so unpredictable, because when ball running up the court, everybody moves. Yeah, and he's going to find you.
Because he's going to pitch the ball ahead. Like, he don't even dribble. He just get the rebound.
I challenge anybody. Go look at some Lonzo Ball highlight and watch how fast the Bulls move. The other team can't keep up with them. And we're all young.
Our whole identity should be hard-nosed D and run
the ball.
Turn this whole game into a track meet. Y'all
soon as you inbound it, go.
Because Vooch can still run, even him being 32. DeRozan can still run. Even
Zach, Ayo, Kobe White, who's
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones Jr. My boy, old man, Dragic, who is an underrated hero.
Yes.
This man, I be saying, start him. Start him.
Put him out there. I mean,
Ayo, I love Ayo, but he's not a point guard. He's not a point guard. He want to score.
And now with us just losing Caruso, Dragic needs to take that starting position.
And then you bring Ayo off the bench.
That's it, because Ayo's not there yet.
He's not there, but Ayo can defend.
Yes.
He's a great defender, but he wants to score.
Yeah, that's
the thing. He wants to score, and he wants to make his impact. He wants to get his money.
And I understand. He plays hard.
But for where we're at right now at our record, that's an embarrassment. That's a failure.
You're putting too much on him too soon. Kobe White is somebody he's so inconsistent.
No, they need to cut ties with that. I'm done with Kobe.
I mean,
I'm done with Kobe White. Look, I ain't even asked him to defend. I'm like, bro, go out there and score.
That's it.
Go be fucking Tim Hardaway Jr. That's what your expectation was to do. Go be Tim Hardaway Jr. Go score. He doesn't score. He doesn't defend. It's like, what are we doing?
Literally, I just don't get it. Like, if you're literally not scoring, why are you on the floor? You're useless. Your primary, that's just like that.
Can you imagine if Thibodeau still ran this team?
Bro.
Nobody would play.
Literally.
Nobody will play. Nobody will go on the court. It'll be Tibbs out there and Derrick Rose.
And probably Dalen Terry.
And he'll tell
Caruso.
He'll tell fucking Taj, get your ass over here. Come out retire.
Yeah, because they're like, this is ridiculous. Like, why can't they seem to get it together?
We need a point guard.
We need a point guard.
You have one in Vooch in a way of
you can always they're gonna double team him a lot. Let the big man eat.
And he can pass.
Yes,
Just
and he's a
pass.
willing passer.
People don't
And
understand
people
how
gotta
much
understand.
he's passing.
Cut to the basket. See,
But see, nobody moves. See, that's what
Javonte Green understands that.
he understood the assignment that game.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He
He
understood the
understands
assignment.
a lot of times he do.
You
He's
got
like Ronnie Brewer.
because you got to understand, the league is a shooting league. So basically, the defense that they're running is like a fucking, I don't know, like a 3-2.
I can't even tell you what to do.
And again, they're going to shoot. So to me, if all the league is shooting, if I'm an NBA player going in now, and I got some speed behind me, can take somebody off the dribble, the lane is open.
Because if
everybody, think about it, if everybody's perched out there at these points, the lane is open. Watch an average game. Now, back in the day, you would lose your life driving in the lane.
Right.
There's at least 3 people down there waiting for
you, that's gonna knock you. That's gonna
That's
bam.
waiting for you. They can't wait till you bring them.
Yes.
Now you're lucky to see 2.
Like everybody's standing at the 3-point.
And that's why when somebody take a penetration, why there's so many missed dunks or layups, they're like, oh my God, I'm so open.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but this is what Vooch and Drummond comes in at. You have 2 old school big guys.
Just pound the ball. If they would pound,
That
they could be stopped.
Nobody.
That's a twin tower.
And not to mention, you have Levine. You open Levine up for 3. You open DeMar up for the mid range. You got Dragic that can shoot the 3 in the mid range. You got Io that can shoot the mid range, and he's doing pretty good 3-point line. You got people that can. You just got to open the game up. But if y'all all standing around, you making the defense. It's easy for them.
Preach.
And if you don't run, that's the easiest time to take care of everybody. The Lakers are old. You play a team like the Lakers, run them out the gym. Make them tired.
They got to catch you.
Because guess what? Anthony Davis ain't going to stay long. You already know what's going to happen to him.
They're going to look at him.
Real. You know what's going to happen. Click. Oh, he just died.
But here's the thing. If I'm the Bulls, why not do a Twin Tower situation? Fucking start Drummond. Start Vooch. Start them.
I've been hearing people say that.
Start them.
Like, give it a shot, especially when
Drummond is playing.
When you give a team like what's that team called? Bucks. You got Giannis out there. You need 2 big people out there that
stop him.
Just to stand out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna put Drummond on.
Yes.
No, I told people. People kept saying, oh, he's a bad defensive player. I'm looking at them like,
he was a defensive player every year he was in Detroit.
What the fuck are you talking about? Do y'all not remember? Like, this dude was a big dude.
This nigga was a problem.
Like, he used to pack the lane. And
he was a problem. He was a 2010 guy.
No, he was a 20 and 20
guy. There you go. And people at like 18.
Literally. The dude walked in and he was a walking double-double.
The reason why Andre Drummond don't get ticked like that is because the league changed. If he was playing during Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, he would have been a Pat Riley dream.
He would have been somebody that could actually go at it with Shaq, probably.
That's who Pat would have used.
He's big and he's strong.
He's like a Zoe. Yeah. He would have been a Zoe. He could dunk, shoot a little shot. If he would have, like I said, if Drummond would have got him like a 15-footer, 13, 15-foot jump shot, Drummond would be a problem.
He should take those open threes.
Why not? If fucking Giannis is tossing them, why not?
He should.
It's a 3-point shooting team, but I still say if somebody get down there and bang like a Shaq.
But him and Vooch could also run into what they could do inside out with each other.
Yes,
because both of them can. Vooch can shoot the 3.
Think about this, James. Think about this. Everybody said if Michael Jordan played, Dennis Rodman said if Michael Jordan played in this era, he would average 50 points a game.
Because a lot of rules didn't exist. The hand check foul.
Even when we grew up playing basketball, you got your ass beat.
Yeah, you was
sore. You earned that shot.
I got the finger to prove it. I broke this at like 11 or 12.
My cousin Jimmy was playing, and he played for a school. The man broke his ankle. Wow. Didn't know it. And we played all summer at Grandma House until he's like, dang, I think something wrong. And then he finally told, back then we didn't tell mom shit.
Yeah.
So he finally told my auntie. She took her to the doctor. And the doctor's like, bro, this thing is broken like 4 places. How are you walking? How are you walking?
I broke this finger. Every bone shifted over. Blocked the shot. Ball went directly on that one finger. Shifted it over.
Thank you.
It was 2 weeks before I went to the doctor. They tell them just had
How
to
it
let it
work.
heal like that because they was going to really
Boom.
shift it back into place. And
But
what
we
it
used to
take
put it back. Think about how many times you look at the fights now, and then when a player get hurt, it's like, oh, they're down. Like people will fucking get wrecked.
It's like that's
Get
what,
back up, put some water on there or some dirt, and you get right back out
that
there
was
and play.
Jordan. They got knocked on their ass just
Yeah.
for going to
Yes.
the hole. Bam,
Yes.
just hit them. It don't matter. Like some of these flagrant fouls are just like, cuz.
Sally said it best. He said what Mike said. Chuck Daly said when Mike come in the hole.
That's it. That's what it is.
Just knock this nigga. We can't stop him. Knock him out. It's ridiculous.
That's what it is because basically when it comes down to power, it's like, hey, the Bulls have the identity to be the best, one of the best defensive. When they're on, they're one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
Always.
They're in the top 2 always in deflections.
We got the size. Look how tall we are.
Long too, and you
Long,
have
that's it.
defensive guys coming off your bench too. I hate when people say DeRozan don't play defense. Like I remember him always been a defensive player in Toronto.
Well, no, especially when he went to the Spurs.
First, you know, Pop ain't finna play
Pop
that.
got him. Pop changed his career.
Pop,
Like,
yeah,
you gotta put respect on Greg Pop's name.
He's the oldest coach of the game, and he's still putting it down.
And they still a problem. Whatever, the Spurs gonna always be a problem until he leaves.
Yes.
Period. I will challenge anybody. I was a huge Spurs fan, during that era, watching them go at it because Tim Duncan was just Mr. Fundamental. He came in with the basics, did what he needed to do.
Now he out there just strutting around with the dreads tied back.
I know, what the fuck is with the dreads?
My man out there living his life.
I'm like, who is this dude? I'm like, oh shit, that's Tim Duncan.
Okay,
I say, you rocking dreads? I say, you a bald. Like for the last 5 years of your career.
I come out, he got a whole head full of hair.
Like, where did that come from?
He just strutting through there like he king of the castle.
But he earned that though.
He did.
Real quick side note, top 5. Is he a top 5 big man of all time?
Yes,
gotta be
easily.
Gotta be one or two.
He's
almost. I know that's sacrilege because Kareem or whatever. I no disrespect, but I ain't never seen.
If anything, he would be number 5. If anything,
I would say 3. You got to look at his career. He came in at 99. 99. That was the the lockout year and all that shit. But he's been the same in 99 all the way to the end of his career. He has given us moments. He has beat Titans in their prime.
Oh.
The Kobe's, the McGrady's, the Jason Kidds, the LeBrons. He got LeBron twice. He got him in 04, and he got him when he got the revenge when Ray Allen saved him. So you got to remember, it's like Tim Duncan has played almost every era. He owns his Mike shit. They talk about Mike played 80s, 90s, and 2000s, but fucking Duncan was fucking thousands, tens, and 20s. He was gone.
Yeah.
That was that Kobe era.
But it was so, man, like, if we talk about top 5 big man, I've never seen Kareem play. That was back when I was little.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't get.
I didn't get a sport. I didn't get to basketball until I was 18. So that was I was a little kid. I didn't even see Mike play because I care about this stuff.
Understand?
It's like we probably gonna put Kareem up there. I would love to say Wilt Chamberlain, but I can't say that because this dude played in an era where he was a man. He was a titan amongst little kids.
We were the centers.
Literally. This dude just walked the league like, why is he so tall?
Okay, so first of all, you got Kareem 1, Wilt 2. We'll do top 5, and I'll give you my top
5. All right, so I'm not putting Wilt on.
Okay, no Wilt.
No
nice.
Wilt, because Wilt, I can't respect. Don't get me wrong, he changed the game, but he didn't really have that much competition to play.
Yeah, but he's in my top 5. I'm just going to spoil alert that he is in there, but for, like he said, for more how he was so much of a threat, they had to change the rules.
Yeah.
That's respect.
Yeah, and I had to
respect
respect that. And I have to respect that.
That's respect.
But I can't honor the fact that he didn't have that much defense to fight against. So what we're going to do, we're going to go with Kareem.
Okay.
Now, this is no particular order.
Yeah. Now, don't do that shit. Never do that.
Because generally, tomato, tomato.
And that's how his bullshit starts. So I always say,
my top 5 big man, you're going to go with Kareem is in now.
Yeah.
You know I'm not gonna play around with Big Shaq.
You gotta put Shaq there.
Shaq made an entire defense. They had to make an entire defense to stop this man.
I'm gonna go ahead. Man, I can't wait to watch it.
He was dominant. Like literally. If him and Kobe got
Shaq don't see this fucking thing, be like, yeah.
If him and Kobe had got on, they won 8 years straight. They would have beat.
They couldn't be beat.
Like you couldn't stop
They
them.
couldn't be
These
beat.
dudes literally both score average 30 easily, and they sleep without taking away from the other one. Shaq was defensive. He didn't have to shoot a single outside shot.
I got a Shaq and Kobe moment later on.
Like he literally just moved you out the way. One of my things when he just dunked on was that Lon Divac he just dunked on, or was it somebody? I can't think of his name. I think he played for Sacramento.
No, we talking about the same dude.
He dunked on him.
It was Lade.
He got up and threw that ball.
No, that was Chris Dumfrey.
Yep.
That was the Knicks.
Yep.
And he pushed him. He was like,
he pushed him over. He got up and threw the ball.
Up.
I was like, that's just pure dominance. You couldn't even stop Shaq.
You want to know the best Shaq dunk I've ever saw was when he dunked on David Robinson. That's when David Robinson is the enforcer. He was like the Navy dude, the big dude. He literally whoop whoop whoop. Boom.
See, this is it. If Shaq had stayed his when he came in the league, when he could run.
Yeah, if Shaq stayed in shape, you not stopping.
That was Zion.
You not stopping.
That was Zion before Zion.
But even Shaq out of shape got 3 shifts.
And
just think about that.
So
that's why he be telling Chuck, like, bro, if I really like got in shape right now,
like literally
nobody fucking with me.
I honestly say now, in his old age, if he got in shape, he might be able to outplay some of these big men in the league.
He said that.
He probably could. I'm not gonna lie to you. They don't.
No, but the big man don't play like big men. Right, go ahead, finish your list. Though. Well, I'm pretty sure finish your list.
Let's see what other big men do we have?
So we got Kareem, Shaq.
Let's see, because it's a lot of them out there. Man. I guess, contrary to belief, I'm gonna go with somebody underrated. Zach Randolph.
You know what? I ain't gonna argue that.
He was very underrated. He one of them guys. He wasn't gonna jump out the gym. He wasn't gonna
play your 2010 guy, and he played defense.
Yeah.
You want your first of all,
solid.
You want your center to be able to block shots, rebound, defend. But Zach did all that. Plus, he gave you 2010. He was all-star.
And we're gonna give you Tim Duncan. You know Tim got to be a guy because the man got 5 rings, and he stayed with the same one team his whole career.
And can we get a respect on how much a gentleman he was? He was never in a scandal.
Yep.
You never heard except that breath, but
you never knew anything about him. You don't know what was going on.
Yeah, he never got.
If the man was a cheater, you wouldn't know nothing about.
And if he got mad, you understood. Like if Tim got mad,
if you called the tech on him,
which happened on the bench,
you know it.
Bullshit.
Joey
Crawford, you was petty. You was petty for that. Just because he laughing at you because you had an off night with the calls, you can't get mad about that. And throw him out on the bench. He's on the bench and you throw him out the game.
That's sour grapes. That's just sour grapes.
But that's Joey Crawford, one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Number 5 though. Number 5.
Man, Jay, you missing a couple, B. It's a couple that was cold. And if I know you said you got to watch it late, that's why I can understand.
Oh, that's so much. Because I can't put none of the new guys there yet, because they just haven't reached that. They haven't reached that mantle. I'm honestly gonna say,
no, it's one dude. If you want to go, there's one guy that you got. I think
the freak on Giannis. He's won the ship. He's very dominant. Some of his plays are questionable because he do be running people over and they don't call that offensive foul. But if the dude he's one jump shot away from being completely unstoppable.
If he can, I put you like this: if he can hit 37% from 3 consistently, I don't know his percentage now. I'm just saying if he can hit about 37, like if he might be at 37 now. I don't know because he started shooting 3 a little more. But if he hits 30%, 37% average, he'll be a problem.
You won't stop him.
You can't because he's shooting. He's taking you 25 to 30 feet out, and if he pump fakes, you jump. It's over.
This is literally what Durant should be. Physicality wise.
I think Durant was that when he was younger, but he getting old.
No.
Oh man,
Durant was always soft.
Oh wow, bro, he gonna totally dislike this video.
Well,
did you know he do social media?
That's why he is known in my world as
That's his opinion. Sir.
That's why he's known as Cupcake. He's known as Cupcake because he is the only superstar that ever says that this dude, literally, you say the wrong thing about him, he just got soft skin, made out of tissue paper. He's offended by everything. You're a superstar. You take criticism. It happens. Get over it. But guess what? You have done nothing to add to your legacy. Nothing. You've done nothing but get injured, make a lot of shots, be this fully unstoppable force. But Tony Allen ripped you apart when he played you one-on-one before. I watched him rip him and Westbrook apart. He never had no hard defense like that. Anybody that watches the game knows If you put a big, strong body on him, he is completely off his game. Now, tell me any time he's ever been bodied a few times that he's actually went off. They lose.
And that's what you call promo. Um, my wonderful co-host is like literally spoke nothing but facts.
That's
I can't argue the truth. Okay, YouTube community, social media community, my opinion, and I agree with my co-host.
This is
it's
another factor. Look at all the superstars he's had before and after Golden State. You had Kyrie, you had James Harden, you got Ben Simmons, but still, you got him. You had Andre Drummond, you had LaMarcus Aldridge, who was playing fucking out of his mind.
And can we put some respect on Mr. Steph Curry, his brother? Yes. He's not his brother. Not his brother. I get it. But hey,
he's doing that role. You have Kyrie Irving, a dude who played.
Wait, where the hell is Tobias Harris? Is he over there too?
No, he's on the Sixers.
Yeah, Sixers.
But still, you got James Harden forced his way over there, and then said, "You know what? I'm out of here. I gotta go." And you got James Harden, who's literally trying to play defense to win. And you know when that brother's playing defense.
Man, he really wants that shit, man.
When he starts playing defense, you know that man want to win.
God bless you.
And literally, why can't they win? Literally, Durant got on TV and just buried his teammates.
But let's. Yes, he shouldn't. I never say you tear up the house. You don't do that.
You do that in private.
But if we're going to now Philly, the Brooklyn, didn't Kyrie kind of play a role in that failure too? I mean, I don't think we could put all that on Durant. I felt like, and again, I understand Kyrie's points of view and how he moves. Right. I don't want to discredit that. I respect freedom of speech. I respect people being able to feel what they want to believe in. I still believe in that. I think we should do more of that. But understanding the assignment, you still have a job to do. Even though you play basketball for a living, that is still your job to do. Yes. So regardless of how you might feel about a situation, this is my job. I have a family. There's things I need to do. Make sure my family is situated. If my family is situated, then okay, I can go out there and say what I need to say in activist. But if it's going to harm myself, my family, and my job, the team that I'm with, and these people brought me here and paid me my salary based on I have the qualifications of getting a ship. It's in my resume. Yeah. And you brought me here for this reason. So I'm going to do my job.
That's it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can believe how you want to believe. We all have a job and do things how we feel. But at the end of the day, my job, if my boss say, I need you to do this, I have to do it.
Or you just not, or they're going to let you go, or they're going to get rid of it.
Or like you said, the Holy Bible, what people say, the Bible says there, you submit to authority. Authority meaning your parents, your boss, the police, whoever at that moment have dominion over you.
But it's just that simple, though. My whole opinion with Kyrie is he takes a lot of that blame, too. And for this whole thing, I really believe LeBron was the only person that could get a good handle on him mentally. Because
LeBron is an amazing person. He's a person. He's an amazing person.
People can say what they want about LeBron. Don't get me wrong. I ain't never been a LeBron fan like that. Not since he was in Pittsburgh. He is a Cleveland. I really don't care.
But as the person, we're talking about as the man. As the man.
As a man, I respect the hell out of him.
You have to.
The man, he gave back to his friends. He didn't open up his own school. The man literally.
More importantly than that, did you ever hear LeBron James in a scandal? Nope. Cheated on his wife.
Not a single time.
Beat his kids. As a black man, a successful black man in the entertainment industry, he has been absolutely magnificent.
Like literally.
That's a kudos to his parents, his upbringing, who brought him to the dance. His wife is the absolute, because that's the one from day one.
Yep.
That's the one in high school. That's love.
And she stuck with him.
And when he was debut, and he didn't get there, she was right there. And that's how you know the one. The one that stays with you and you ain't kicking it. That's the one.
And now she checking the bag with her husband.
Because that's that.
And there's probably somebody tell LeBron, I don't want him.
No.
But for some reason or not. Because he wasn't flashy, have something. Now look at them. They all mad, jealous.
Yes. Now, oh, please.
They,
But that's when it says it's about how you treat. That's how you see how you look at people around you and friends and shit like that. The month is there for you when you ain't kicking it, when you're struggling, that's helping you, that's right there in the mud with you. That's somebody you go to war with.
But that's what I can honestly say about LeBron. As a player, now I can actually give him because you can tell LeBron's out there just playing. He having fun. He don't care.
He's Hall of Fame, Gary. He was Hall of Fame his second year in.
No, he doesn't even like. This is a dude who dragged because literally, how many people can you name from that first years of Cleveland?
Boogie Gibson.
Literally, you got Delonte West.
Hey, no, Baruchel. Put respect on Baruchel's name. He was cool. God damn.
He was all right. They had big Gauskas. Gauskas did his thing.
I fucked with
Mo Williams did his thing.
You know what? Put respect on Mo too. Mo Williams, he was a dog.
He was the Patty Mills.
Boogie Gibson was a dog. You gotta put respect on that. They did they shit. But yeah, like you said, LeBron said, "Hop on my back." Because they beat Detroit that year.
Yep.
This is Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Detroit,
and this
Chauncey at the helm.
And you still have Rip Hamilton too.
Ooh, you know what? I used to play like him. I modeled my game after.
And Rip Hamilton was one of the dudes we screwed the ball on.
If it's Flowers, like I don't know if you watch Dream Champs, they need a basketball champ, which is kind of what
Steve,
what the hell is that? Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes do. I want them to really incorporate that because you bring a guy like Rip Hamilton on there, he was good. He was like DeRozan before DeRozan, low key.
He was a mid-range killer.
Yes,
he played, but I can never understand why Tibbs did never really think
he didn't play defense.
But that was the thing. He was on a defensive team, and now you have a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah,
but we knew why
Tibbs played.
But we knew why Boozer won in the game.
He didn't play defense.
The dude was trash.
That's when he got. He was all stars.
That dude was trash.
But he had Williams though, so that helped a lot. The boy from Illinois, that helped a lot.
But that was the thing. When he came to us, he really didn't put out that much.
But see, that was because we were vying that year. We was vying for LeBron, and that was almost a chance we could have got
him.
So he was
got Carmelo a few years later.
Don't get me started on this. He blew me. If I ever see Carmelo, I just keep walking because him and Derek should have got shit.
Yep, they could have. They could have easily.
With that team, we had a defensive man in Butler. Dude, but see how Butler is now. He's cold. He's cold.
You got, not to mention, you had Tom, you had Joe King, you had.
We had Joe King.
We had Pau Gasol.
Yeah, we had Pau. We had Joe King when he was chasing down Paul Pierce and blocking shots.
We still had Pau Gasol. We had a little bit in the tank.
When did we have Nate? No, Nate was after that, right?
Nate was when Derek was injured. That's the most time we had him. But the minute Derek came back, they got rid of him. I'm like,
that was stupid.
They should never done that. That dude was an energy ball that came off that bench. He was going to get you started.
He was going to get you at least 10, 15.
This dude won 3. I thought he only won 2 dunk contests.
He was the only. I think he's the only one.
He won 3 at 5'9". This dude is an inch taller than I am, and he can just flat out fly. I've seen this dude block somebody's shot with his elbow.
Who did he block? Did he block Yao? Who blocked Yao? I think it was him.
It might have been him.
I think he blocked it. Yeah, he did. He blocked Yao Ming's shot.
Like, the dude can jump. Like, he can jump. This little dude could get down.
He was cold.
And not to mention, a lot of fun fact about Nate Robinson, he was actually a football player, too.
Well, yeah.
He was actually going to be going on a dual scholarship at college.
He's not a boxer.
No.
Sorry,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect him for even trying that.
I definitely respect, but I would not have done that because he went nice.
You ain't knocking me out. I'm good. I'm sorry. Because the minute you punch me in the face, I'm ready to go nuts then.
Okay, so we talked about our thoughts of the Bulls. So, okay, back to wrestling. How do you feel the direction is with Triple H?
Before we even do wrestling,
go ahead.
You give us your top 5.
Oh,
big man.
Sure. All right, easy. So, number 1, Shaq. I grew up with Shaq. I watched Shaq. I've never seen a player dominate a position since Mike, because I'm a little guy. Mike has always been amazing for me. I've never seen a player, and that was when it was rare because the league was so good. It was rare to see one guy dominating position. And this guy came in from LSU, just kid, pushing David Robinson around like nothing.
He broke a rim.
He broke rims like it was going out of style. He banged with Hakeem, Zoe, Patrick Ewing. I mean, Sam Mitchell. I mean, these is like nobody when he got in, as towards a little towards the end.
But still,
he still was given to him. But I've never seen a player do that to dominate a position when an era when the big man was still relevant, when there were so many big men.
Man, and he was just taking it apart
like nothing. Number 2, Kareem. Gotta put Kareem there. The skyhook, that's the simplest fundamental shot to hit, but no one could defend. With his height, his length, it was an unblockable shot. His basketball IQ was off the charts, and he had an all-around game. Go ahead and Google Dr. J versus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar acquisition game, and Kareem killed Dr. J. Hitting threes,
and Dr. J came over.
And Dr. J is different.
Like that man was another one of them trailblazers.
Mike before Mike. So we got Shaq, we got Kareem. My number 3, Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental. 5, that hand, he could give a high five with rings. He stayed with the same coach. He stayed with the same team. Arguably, him, Manu, and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker is probably the greatest trio of all time.
Because they did it.
And they did it in an era where the league was overly competitive and at its peak. No. The Kobe, the Tracy McGrady's, the Baron Davis, the Tim Duncans,
the Celtics when they got
the Vince Carters, even the Asian allies, Carmelo, LeBron, Wade, Bosh. That is the most Kevin Garnett. That's the most competitive it's ever been.
They even went at it with a prime D Rose.
And a prime D Rose. And you had all the Russell Westbrooks. He's done it with all of that generation.
Literally.
And he's won in every era of it.
Literally.
Every decade he's won.
Like this man was good.
And again, he's probably the most boringest player you ever see.
But that was that whole trio.
But he averaged 20 plus, 10 plus for about 10 to 11 seasons. Doing the same shit.
That whole trio. Him, Manu, and Parker. They wasn't going to excite you.
They're the most winningest franchise, the most winning players you ever will see.
But they was just shocking because they didn't excite you.
But they played defense. They played offense. You had a coach, and everybody was unselfish. So Duncan, absolutely. Number 3. Yeah. Number 4. I don't care what nobody say. He didn't win one. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing was cold. Georgetown native. This dude came in the league with the Knicks. The Knicks said, "Hey, we putting our bets on you." But he kept the Knicks competitive his entire career until they traded him. The guy banged. The guy got to the finals, but he ran to Hakeem. But if you look at that East, he beat Orlando. He beat Indiana. He beat Cleveland. He beat, unfortunately, the Bulls. Post Scotty. You know what I'm saying? But he's fought battles when the league was as competitive, and he averaged.
I mean, him and Scotty had some battles.
Man, the infamous dunk.
Yeah, when Jordan went in the league.
The infamous dunk.
Yep, he got off. That's still probably the greatest dunk.
That was the best series I've ever saw as a kid. Seeing my grandfather and dad jump up at every call, every basket mattered.
That bounce pass and the way he just dunked on him. Walked over and then he walked over to Spike Lee and told him, "Sit your ass down."
That was classic. He told him, "Sit your ass down," and kept him moving.
And it was like you knew it was a tech, you knew it was coming.
He didn't give a fuck,
but he didn't care because it was like
momentum already shifted.
That chippiness that came with it.
Yeah, and that momentum went. Woo!
Yep, you just wanted to see that type of stuff. You don't see that much anymore.
No, because
it's like nothing really means so much to these guys anymore. They don't care. The league is full of big babies. They just want all the glitz and glamour, but they don't care for the love of the game.
At all. And just to finish it off, my number 5, and like I said, no particular order, except Shaq. Sorry. Hakeem Olajuwon. I never seen a 7-foot guy with footwork, the shake, the fadeaway jump shot, the passing ability that we see the Joker use to this day. He watched film of Hakeem in the post. Nobody could guard him. Go back. I asked you, anybody who never saw him play, never seen his footwork, just put Hakeem Olajuwon clips, and you will be amazed to see a 7-foot guy move that way.
Before we move off, I'm going to switch one. I'm taking Zach Randolph off, and I'm putting in my very own Dennis Rodman.
You know what? I can't argue that.
Like the man was really like Jordan said. The man was 6'6", dominating rebounds. The man had 25. He had 49 rebounds between 2 games and no points. He knew what his role was.
After coming from Vegas.
Like he knew what was going on. He was wild. He did all this other stuff,
But he got his job done.
but
he got his work done.
He knew. Okay, this is a guy who sat around watching film to know how a ball's trajectory was coming off of each one of his players' shots,
true.
so he could jump up there and be in the right spot to get a rebound. This is a player doing this. If that's not dedication, I don't care what you say.
Did you ever see The Last Dance?
Yep, it's all 10 episodes.
And Mike put him over so well.
Yes.
And the one that sticks out to me was the one he was like, he said, Robin got rejected for some shit. And he knew I was pissed. And he's like, we're going back to the hotel. He said, Robin knocks on the door and asks, got a cigar. He said, Dennis never talks to me, never apologized. But he knew he fucked up. And he said, after that, Dennis was focused.
But see,
but that's a man. Like, he knew he fucked up.
And he came and said, you know what? Life is the man. You know what? I'm going to come in here.
But that was his way of saying, I'm sorry. Yep. And I'm with you.
Yeah, but that's it. But the best way to apologize is to change behavior.
I got to clap with that.
That's the best thing.
That is so. Do differently. If this is the problem, fix it. Because that's how you say sorry.
Because that's how the only way Dennis came to that team. Because they knew Jordan and Pippen was gonna look at him like, "Hey, I don't care what you do, bro, but we need you on this court."
Even with that, Scotty was for it. Mike looked at Phil and said, "Can you handle it?" Mike said, "Phil said, got it. Let's go get this money." And he helped with the 3 ships.
He did. He played his role. He knew what to do. Like that was a dude. See, he was the better version of Draymond Green before Draymond Green was even thought of. Dennis was gonna piss you off on that court.
And deep down, secretly in my gut, that's kind of how I wanted Norton.
Yeah, it's like that.
I didn't really want him scoring. I just want him to be that dude.
Dude, like hey, you just hit you just knocked my partner out of bounds. Hold on,
boom, you kill him. But that's how. Remember when I forget it was a dumbass foul. And he behind LeBron, like like that. Like I want. That's your job. Get in their head,
piss them off,
and you're such a defender. That. When he was standing behind him and just clapping. That, honestly, even though we didn't win those series with them, but man, we was able to beat them for a game, and the crowd in Chicago, how they be like embracing it, like,
there's only ever gonna be one.
I said my lovely girl love it to this day. When Derek hit the shot and the steal phase, and they picking him up, and he's like, "I'm ready to go. Can I leave?" I know we're gonna still lose the series, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
And he won that second game, we really should have won that series, but
dude, that crowd, I think
that's still his.
That's his moment.
That's his.
No. We know his number one moment.
Not in
and he's on our team.
Yeah,
he's on our team.
Not in my opinion. Now the video I watched with it, that's number 2.
Yeah,
When
he's looking down and Dragic,
and this is a young Dragic
and a young Rose.
This is his first rookie year. He threw it down. The gather, he pulled it behind his head.
But he looked down at him as he was going up.
And that's why Stacey King was perfect. Like, what are you doing, Dragic?
What are you doing, bro?
Why?
Get out. Why would you jump?
I just would have walked out of the way. Just go ahead.
I just would have just kept jogging. I'm not going to get on the poster. He's a highlight clip.
Literally, Dragic is always going to be known for getting dunked on.
I think that was in his contract when he said, "Can you please take that out the package?" If I'm on the team, can you take that out the package?
Because literally, the man went crazy with that dunk.
I've seen a couple of dunks that made me say, "Damn!"
And that's the second greatest dunk in Bulls history.
Yes,
the Pippen one.
Thank you. Pippen is one. That's hands down.
That was a big dude,
and that was that was Patrick in his prime. That was Patrick,
and he dunked on him he was all on him, and then pushed him over, jumped over him.
Did you ever catch the picture where he was literally Patrick's like this, and he's like riding him with one arm? It's like, oh my
That was
God.
a giddy up Random Cowboy dunk for real because he really got him. Like,
No.
I mean, D Rose probably handles the most. The
Oh,
next few
yeah.
dunks after that, 'cause that's always gonna
All
be
right,
us.
so look, real quick, since we go on dunks, all right, my top 5 favorite dunks ever. Number 1, I don't care what nobody said. When Vince Carter jumped over that 7-foot dude in Olympics. I ain't never seen no
I
shit.
don't remember
I
that.
ain't never seen no shit like
He lost his mind.
And it wasn't like he was like this.
Like,
He was like,
and Kevin
and-
Garnett lost
oh
his
my.
mind when
Because it's like, what the fuck?
like Vince was
And we lost that year.
he was probably
Think about that. We lost that year.
he was probably the king of dunkers. I
Oh, he's
don't
the
know.
best dunker of all time.
Like, dude,
I'm sorry.
that dude.
Vince Carter was different.
That dude was a dunker.
To this day, 2000 is the best dunk contest I've ever saw all my entire life. The only one that will rival that is when Aaron Gordon went at it with Levine. That's the only other one that will rival that.
I don't know, but because Nate had some pretty good ones.
Nate's was,
and so did Dwight Howard.
Yeah, but the creativity. I'm sorry. When Gordon did this shit, he should have won. If that was the timing, catching it, going under,
and he really showed you, big man can still do this too.
He should have won.
Don't get me wrong. Zach it was a good dunk to show Zach athleticism.
No, low key, he windmills from the free. That's a video game shit.
Yeah,
so,
but still, I think Aaron has creativity, size, the timing.
That thing was rotating, and he boom,
and not to mention that a few years later when he lost, he dunked over Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Not to mention he literally got all 50s.
Yeah.
All 50s.
And lost.
And he lost.
That's the bullshit.
He should, like he said, I shouldn't have to redunk.
No, that was
literally.
I still got it.
And like, what? That's why he said he was never going to get back into it because he feel like they cheated him. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
We know you're the uncrowned dunk champion twice.
Yeah. Arguably. Very arguably.
What's your next 4?
Okay, so we got VC, of course. Boom. Mike just for the floating shit. Mike just with Michael Jordan best dunk he ever did was one dunk in a dunk contest. I think it was, I don't know if it was 86 or 87, but he ran from the side and jumped in it slow motion. It looks like he's walking on stairs to dunk it. It's just the grace, the finesse. Ridiculous.
He was an athlete. He was a pure athlete.
Number 3, Dominique. If you have not seen Dominique Wilkins, your homework tonight, after this, I need you to look up Dominique Wilkins highlights. And I want you to tell me what you think, honestly. So, we got Vince, Mike, Neek, another dude that was underrated. Look at. And I ain't talking about Spudrick. I'm talking about Stevie Franchise.
Don't know.
Oh, God. Look up Stevie Franchise. Stevie Francis. Highlights. He was right around the Tracy era, Vince Carter era.
I think I remember. Didn't he play for Houston?
My man.
I know he is.
He was in that dunk contest. And he had a couple of real nice ones. And this is no particular order. And number 5, the Rain Man. Sean Kemp.
Oh, see, he's on my top 5 too.
Sean Kemp,
yep,
of all time.
That literally is right there with me.
And if you see the dunk, he stepped on his chest, boom, and whoop. And another dude, he dunked on the dude, gave him that. I'm like, damn. Like, you got it. You on a poster now. And he's like, damn.
I'm gonna start my 5 with that Sean Kemp dunk. It's just the way he just jumped in. And he cradled it.
Yes. He was the master of that shit.
Literally. Knocked him down, gave him the point, and just it's gone. The man was a fucking monster.
He was a problem.
That dude was a dunker.
Problem.
Number 2, it's Mike, but it's something different.
Okay.
When Mike dunks on the Dikembe.
He finally got his ass. And it's not the dunk. The dunk was
what it meant.
It's what it meant because he couldn't get Mike. Like, Mike couldn't get him.
He told him early in the season, he said, I'm going to get you. And he was like...
It was at the All-Star game. He said, you never dunked on me. I always get you. You never dunk it. Mike like, I'm
going to get you. The man literally was getting guarded. So a double team came.
Yeah.
He slipped the double team and dunked on the man and gave him the
And
finger
gave him the finger.
wag and walked
Johnny
away.
Red Kerr had to. Oh, he did it! Oh, Michael gives the finger. He finally got his dunk on Mount Matumbo.
I mean, it was nasty. Number 3, this is a very underrated one.
Okay.
Alex Caruso, the putback when he was on the Lakers.
Ooh, who did he yoke? I don't remember who it was, but I do remember the dunk.
He just came out of nowhere, and boom, and just dunked on him.
I forgot who he stayed. I forgot
wow,
who
this
it was.
dude got up. And it makes you wonder because he's done to come and blow you away with athleticism. But the dude was like 6'5".
But nobody saw that shit. Nobody. They was like, what the fuck? Damn.
And he just came out and just dunked on me like, what?
LeBron
and that was his
LeBron lost his mind.
And that was his first shot of the game. He was 1 for 7 at that point. He had just became 1 and 7 and energized his whole team. Dude. You know D Rose is gonna be on. Cause that dunk is dog.
And he was floating. He said he getting higher and higher.
the way he just dumped on Dragic. It's like,
bro,
like I would love to ask Dragic, why did you jump?
Like what they did, and you went by like, bro, what was you doing?
Now see, number 5 is a hard one because it's so many of them.
All right, talk to us.
See, we got D Wade when he dunked on Anderson Varejao.
Damn, that shit
dunked on him.
Low key. Hey, that don't get respect like it's supposed to.
When he did
that shit was nasty.
When he ran it, he started doing this out there. He had me
like
Varejao.
What are you doing?
There's when one Chicago Bull member got the big 3 of the Heat.
I'm talking about LeBron jumped over fucking dude. No, that was petty too.
I forgot who dunked on
LeBron cleared his ass. Like,
I forgot who dunked on LeBron, but somebody got LeBron. I can't think of who it was. Taj Gibson had dunked on Wade when he just went to the rim on him, and he just literally just moved Wade right out of his way.
I think it was Noah that got Wade. LeBron. I think it was Noah.
And then Jimmy got Bosh.
Yeah, that shit was nasty. That was nasty. Bosh was petty.
It was crazy.
Now, if you want to go with there's 2 dunks that stand out to this day that made me literally like jump out of my sense, steal the drink and shit. Do you remember when Tracy McGrady dunked on Sean Bradley?
No.
That's another one you need to watch.
But he had a few just throwing it off the rim to himself.
Oh, he did that like he was going outside.
You think he passed it somewhere? He just boop, throw it to the rim, just boom, like he. But I found out him and Vince were cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins.
So a lot of
imagine if that stayed together. They both played in Toronto at the same time.
A lot of people didn't know that. So like, think about it. Think about how how Thanksgiving was with them.
Oh my!
They probably was outside just playing the whole time.
But think about this. Do you know that we could have had Tracy McGrady?
Yep.
And Mike said no. I know Mike was like, damn. He would have stayed.
But even then, Mike was one of the people, I want to beat the best.
Yeah. Again, Mike is used to what he had. Yeah. He knew he ain't want to start over and do that.
He didn't want to have to do the work on. Which was fine.
Okay, so I got 2 more. So that one, and I got, you remember a player called Ricky Davis?
No.
Ricky Davis is a crazy high flyer. I want you to, again, go homework. Look up Ricky Davis dunks on Steve Nash. That shit, he jumped over Steve Nash. And what was funny, Steve tried to run and set for like the offensive foul.
We're going to have to make a whole nother segment.
And he went clear the, you know what?
Like we're going to have to do the top hard fouls. The top.
I can give you hard fouls, technical fouls.
We're going to have to do a whole thing of just that alone.
Exactly.
Because I got a few of them that's just like, wow.
Okay, so do you know Baron Davis?
Yep.
All right. One of my
I didn't know how much of a beast that dude was until I saw some of that
stuff. Did you see him in Charlotte?
That man was
when he was in Charlotte, he was a dog, bro. He got no respect because the East was so lit at that time when he was in there. And
that's why I didn't notice. Like, this dude is getting it. Like, this dude was good.
I'll give you a he's one of my best dunks I've ever seen. Type in Baron Davis dunks on AK-47. Okay. Erica Lincoln. Type that shit in. That was the nastiest murder I've ever saw in my life. That was not being dunked on. You lost like life points and shit. Like, you know, the video, like Mortal Kombat, like that was like a X-ray and shit. Like that was like nasty. Your went to zero.
That's like it went from whatever it was, just instant loss. Like That was Exodia just doing obliterate.
What's your favorite Vince Carter though? I got two.
Honestly, I can't remember. I didn't watch Vince much back then. Remember, I was still young. I
Man,
seen some of his
man,
highlights,
I'm telling
but I
you,
can't think of them off the top of my head because that dude he was the truth.
I showed my girl.
He was
I
John
showed
Wall before John Wall.
I showed my girl one of my favorites. Now, you are familiar with Alonzo Mourning, right?
Yep.
So, all right, they play in Alonzo. They play in the Heat. I think he's still in the Heat attack. This dude hit the penetration, ready to paint. Alonzo Mourning. This is still Alonzo Mourning. Threw his whole body at Vince. Vince absorbed the contact, brought his hand back from the other day, and just spiked that shit. I've never seen a much of power, physicality that
The
Doug did.
aggression.
Type in Vince Carter, Ducks on
But
Alonzo
even
Mourning.
but even so,
Woo!
another dunk I'm surprised you didn't bring up was Blake Griffin because
Yeah.
he made everybody post.
No, he was different.
I
Blake
mean,
was
and
different.
he
A
just
young Blake.
he just
Like the first 3 years.
Brook Lopez. Oh, he kept dunking on that.
No, it was his best one was the one that he missed. He was going to kill somebody.
Ooh, and
I forgot who that was.
I forgot one.
He was going to
I
kill.
just came up with two other dunks.
I mean, because John Moran almost killed somebody.
Oh yeah,
He tried to body somebody.
No, but even when he did the whole thing. It was recently when he switched hands in midair.
That shit was cold.
I'm like, this brother is.
Now John's different.
Like
John Moran
dude,
is. He will get a couple of these on his head.
Like they can't tell me for 1 second that he's compared to D Rose because he ain't got
He's
it yet.
different. No, he's bro. I'm called. Look, here's the thing. What made John Moran so cold? Rose didn't have that shot when he came in the league like that. If Rose had that, what he got now back then, Rose would have about 4 rings. But you couldn't guard him.
But D Rose was a better defender in my eyes.
Yeah, but we talk about like as that dude, as that scoring set, like you couldn't.
Yeah.
If Derek had a 20-footer like he now, you couldn't guard him.
It was kind of like you just kind of traded him. Like they kind of traded Ben Steele, but Josh, that boy's something.
Josh is different.
That boy's something special. I'm never gonna give him.
If I keep saying this shit, people argue with me. If he didn't get hurt, they would have beat Golden State. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care. That defense that they just lost the offense in Josh because they had no answer for they had no answer for him. He was dropping 40 a game.
Yeah,
but he got hurt.
Now I'm just waiting for him. To me, he'll be on D Rose's level for one reason: when he leads whatever team he's on to the #1 conference in the league, and I know he can do it.
Bro.
I know he can do it.
If they keep coming along and the young talent they got on there, because I don't want them to make no big trades. They got a great core. Let them continue because they was like 4 or 5 last. Like they're gonna get there.
Yeah.
They're gonna get there.
Yes, they can.
That's easy.
They can do it. I know they can.
If they stay healthy, Memphis is a problem.
He a problem for us all the time.
We can't guard
him. The only 2 people that can guard him are both injured right now.
Yeah, Caruso can guard anything.
Yeah, Caruso's injured and Ball is injured. They're the only 2 people I know.
Shit,
I mean, somebody he would have had a hard time with. I know Rondo would have gave him problems.
Rondo's basketball IQ was ridiculous.
That dude was a smart dude. That was a floor general. Him and Chris Paul were basically one of the same.
We would have beat Boston.
Yep.
He knew the plays.
Yes.
And they had no answer for him.
And he shut Isaiah Thomas down.
Down.
He was the only person that year that showed, I'm the only person that can stop this dude. He got injured, we lost. Offense looked like trash.
Because that's the importance of the point guard. The point guard still matters.
They're the floor general.
It still matters. I know it's like flashy, but and that's all that, like you said, Ball was so important to us because he can move the ball.
He's a floor general.
And then he knows when to shoot, when not to shoot, when to take over. Okay, my man gonna get to the spot. Okay, go get that.
The only thing I want to see him do more when he comes back is post up more. Take advantage of those smaller guards.
Yeah, I agree.
They can't stop you.
I agree.
You 6'6" guard.
Yeah.
Like you're a dude that I know you can deal with somebody like Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons got you about 4 inches.
I can do it.
And I know you can do it. He just gets out his forehead. But I'm saying somebody that size
could dominate.
You could easily get in this dude head and take him down. That's why when he guarding a big guy, they don't really go double because they know Ball can handle.
Absolutely.
He doesn't really foul. But the two dunks I remember. One, LeBron dunking on Jason Terry. Well, he just slayed him. Jason Terry just knew it was over. He just fell to the floor. He was like he just died. LeBron just stood over. Oh, he just gave me a third dunk too. Another one. When Chris Paul threw it up who was DeAndre Jordan when he dunked on somebody when he was on the Clippers.
Oh, Michael Olowokandi. I think that was his rookie year.
He jumped up there and dunked on. I was like, that was scary.
And looked down.
And then gave him the stank face too. Walked away. And the last one in the playoffs, Jason Tatum, when he dunked on LeBron. He dunked on LeBron and then body bumped him and walked away like, I'm like, that dude.
See, again, that's what pissed me off about Jaden Tatum. His rookie year, he took them 7 games. He had no experience. He walked on the job and was
just
employee of the month. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing, but he took him there, and that's why I think I'm so critical with him subconsciously
because he could do
because
it.
I know how raw he could be. Like if you go back to last year, he beat man. Look at that. He beat Brooklyn. He beat Milwaukee. He went through Philly too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He went through Philly.
But that was the thing.
But he went through all
that. Brooklyn.
That's what I said. And wait, average 30 and shut Durant down
easily.
Okay? Went in there with Philly. Greek Freak. Took care of the Greek Freak. I'm like, bro, you went through the most competitive East I ever saw. You didn't get a break.
Not to mention, and then you ran into Golden State, and then y'all lose it.
That hurt my feelings.
I was like, wow.
And I understood, like, they was missing, who were they missing?
What's the boy's name?
Was it Tucker?
I think Smart.
No, Smart played. I think it was PJ they lost. And I like PJ because he's a gritty vet and he know how to. Man, he would have bodied them, stepped on their foot. You know what I'm saying? That's what we.
But Marcus Smart should have made it real hard for because he had won Defensive Player of the Year.
Marcus Smart problem was he wanted to score that series,
and he didn't need to.
But he had to because he felt Tatum went to sleep. He disappeared, and you had Jaylen Brown trying to take over, which he can't. He just don't got that yet.
Jaylen Brown is the guy that
he's
like Klay Thompson.
You know what? That's a better. Yes, he's a Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
If he's hot.
He's hot. There ain't nothing you gonna do about it.
Like that motherfucker.
He plays solid defense.
Yes.
He can get it done. He can rebound. He can pass. He can do some of everything.
Great addition on the team.
Yep. I wish we could get somebody like Jaylen Brown. I would trade Zach LaVine for him in a heartbeat. Let me have him.
I would say if you're smart, and I know it's not popular. See what you know. If they can't turn it around,
get rid of LaVine.
Cut him. But you just paid him.
Yeah, but you got to cut him.
I think they got to take.
I mean, nobody want to take on that contract, but I'm pretty sure it's a team out there that will take on that contract.
But again, you know who the Lakers want. Lakers want bro.
No, you can't have it.
They gonna do it.
They're like hell. You can't have it.
You take Westbrook like right now.
You can't take
and
him.
A bag of chips.
You can't take him or Vooch. No, you can't have it.
You can't have it.
You
can take Kobe Wright and fucking Williams, Patrick Williams. You take them.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
You take them folks.
Yeah, because I'm done. I'm done with both of them.
Nobody got time for that.
Especially White. I don't understand. He's been in the league too long. This man knows how to play. Get it together. We're not even actually play defense. Just score. Just shoot the ball.
That's it.
At a decent consistency.
And LaVine does not. And it's like he just jacks up bad threes. And I cringe when I see him. He was like, this is not because the flow of the offense.
There's no ball movement. And that's why you need that floor general, as you say.
But they have one.
But they won't start. I don't know why they won't start.
They have him and they have Vooch. Because Dragic, you can see, he knows, oh, wow, Vooch got a small guy.
You can even run LaVine at the point. He done point before and did a good job. I would put LaVine run point until we figure this shit out.
But that was the thing. They don't recognize like Dragic do. Mm-hmm. Dragic recognize when the big man got a small guy on. They be like, okay, hold on. But they don't realize you throw him the ball, you clear out. You run cross court, take everybody off his side so nobody come down there and dig on him.
Tell you.
Come on. Like, this ain't hard.
It's not hard, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it.
Let's switch gears.
Yes.
Let's go back. For wrestling.
Okay, so we'll see.
Said Mr. Trips. Since he took the reins.
What is your honest exposition?
It's got 1,000% better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Storylines are making sense. Characters are being built. He's actually experimenting with people. When were under bench you had the same shots he go against Ronda Rousey?
Never. And I feel bad for Shotzi because I felt like
she's trying.
No, it's not that. I feel like
And Ronda,
I'm
she
sorry,
just
and
did
she might see this and down it just like it's
too bad
cool,
for her.
but she's just not a good worker.
But
Her matches are painful to see.
and
I physically get ill watching her matches
this is the cringe worthy part.
because what bothers me with Ronda Rousey is you're a champion, and I get it. Like it's not your first love. You kind of grew into it. I understand. I respect that. But when I look at people like Matt Riddle, hey, may he get his health up because he's in rehab. If
Yes,
nobody doesn't know, he's in rehab.
cocaine.
So please pray for him, for his recovery, his family, his kids, his ex-wife,
wife,
even though he's going through the
his
divorce.
best buddy
Yeah,
Randy.
Randy,
I know
pray
that.
for
I
him.
know that has a lot.
Do not ridicule a person that is struggling. That's a sickness. I don't care what nobody says. You know, we all turn to vices
Yeah, I mean,
for
I don't
for
want to turn
comfort. We're
but
humans. We're human.
But he made a mistake.
He just made a mistake.
That's
So
it.
pray for him. Don't ridicule him. Don't meme him. Cocaine is
And
a really
please
terrible thing to.
don't see him punk.
No, because Matt Riddle seems like a really great guy. Never met him personally, but his
Well, he's
energy.
He's a hard. You know, he works hard.
Yes.
He shows energy in the ring.
So let's
You
just,
know he's there.
let's raise the frequency. Let's send him positive vibes
Oh,
so he can come through that.
Liv Morgan. When would you ever see her be champion under Vince? It'd be a
Well,
cold day in hell.
well, Liv had the momentum going back. I think they waited too long to do it. Actually,
Yep.
I think Liv should have did it
She
when
should have
that
won.
right going towards WrestleMania
Yes.
when she fought that match with Becky,
Yes.
which was really great. I think you could have pulled the
That,
trigger
that whole
with that.
that whole thing with
You should have pulled
with
the trigger.
Carmella, you should have scrapped that.
Yeah,
you
you
should have
should-
had her going
yeah.
right then and now.
Yeah, she
should
was
have-
over, and the crowd
Yes.
was wanting it, and that's one of the things I like about Triple H is he gets that.
He
Because
understands.
he was a
the
wrestler.
science.
He's seen everything. He's seen all aspects of it, so he knows what works. Um, well, I also really going back to Ronda for a minute. Like I said, my point is I'm disappointed because she's a champion, and there should be pride there because most likely, even though you have producers that book the match, she's leading the match because she's a champion. Just like at your job, at my job, if my boss is gone, I know what to do. I should know how to get in the ring and work. I don't even if something go awry, I know how to go off script to keep it going. And it was just I watched that match and I'm like, wow, she's calling spots she's not comfortable doing, like that DDT botch off the apron. It was horrible. That was her fault. She just doesn't look like she.
But she tried to apologize for it all. And it's like,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
but you could do better because you know.
No, you should do better. You're the champion.
You know, you've been here before.
You're the champion.
You came in like her match with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. That was great.
But look at the heads that was coaching the match. You had Triple H and Kurt Angle, two of the best workers, and Stephanie. So that's three of the best psychology people in the business. So she was being carried through that match. But now here you are. You're the champion. You're the veteran.
She was like less than every other match that came out.
Exactly. But some of them she was good was who she was working with, like the triple threat match. If you're working with Becky and Charlotte Flair, you're safe.
Literally, you have to do anything.
I could work a match with Charlotte Flair and look great.
Pretty much. Like
she's gonna tell you what to do because she has a standard.
That's her blood.
But that's her standard. You're not gonna make me look like a goofy.
And Becky for sure not for the goofy.
No, she's the man again, which is cool that Ric Flair let her have that.
Because I knew.
That's nice.
The minute they said, like, Ric Flair's coming back. I knew Triple H, that connect, it was coming back.
But Triple H is the great connector.
But everybody, the first month in, they all said they love coming to him. It's easy to talk to.
Because he gets it.
He knows what to do. Like, Bray Wyatt has never been better.
And Bray Wyatt has total control in his contract.
And that's it.
All story.
He talks about him and Braun very vividly before he brought him back. He said Braun.
Can we talk about Braun, though? Did you get a chance to see SmackDown?
No.
Okay, dude. There's a segment in there where it was Kurt Angle's birthday. Appreciation. Yep. So Kurt Angle's walking with the Gabriel Stevens guy. Yep. That's their new Brock Lesnar.
He said when he saw Braun, they kind of shook up.
Yeah, so him and Braun was in passing, and Braun said the most politest, "If you try me, I'll beat your ass," I've ever heard in my life.
He said, "Hey."
He said, "Hey, man, it's great. It's good to see you, man. Hey, don't stay too long now. Hey, if you want to get these hands, you're more than welcome to. Have a good time, buddy." And walked away. I was like, "Wow." I said, that was
the way Triple H talks about him is so funny.
Yeah, dude.
He was like, you just hear, he was like, I just heard this, who's this dude laughing so loud? He's like that larger than life person now.
Yes.
Like, Braun is a really goofy guy. Like, I think a lot of people like him It's just some of the times he get on the internet, he starts saying stupid stuff. But
Well, I think Raquel will keep him in line because she's potential too. They're dating. Raquel Gonzalez.
I did not know that.
They're dating.
But Braun looks amazing.
Well, he got in his playing weight. He looks great. He's
Just think
moving
about
well.
him. I watched him back in the day when he was
Oh,
with the Wyatt
dude,
family.
his chest was
That
here.
dude was thick.
Yes.
He was thick.
What do you think about potentially him and Walter having something?
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be hard hit.
I'm sorry, excuse me, Gunther. But he's gonna be Walter forever.
We
Just like Pete Dunne is Pete Dunne. He's not Butch. I'm sorry. That's
like
trash.
that dude. He was a bruiserweight. He's still the bruiserweight. Like that dude. That's what.
How do you think Gunther's transitions? I thought it's been.
Yes, they know what to do with Gunther. They knew what to do with him.
Triple H came on just in time.
Because I mean, it was getting so stagnant and stale to a point where I just stopped watching.
No, I was done for a minute.
I just turned it off. Like I can't.
But
watch
when Triple H again, I gotta give respect to my girl. She said, "Hey, let's just give it a shot." And we watched an episode of the Triple H.
It
was the SummerSlam. It was the SummerSlam. I was done. I was like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'll play the game. Spider-Man.
Once Vince was gone.
But when I saw that SummerSlam, when I saw EO come back, Dakota Kai, Bailey, I'm like, oh, it's on. I said, he bringing back all the homies.
Yep. I was like, I knew Braun was coming back. I knew Bray was coming back.
Oh, when Bray came, it was done.
Oh yeah, he creeped everybody out, but he did it.
Yes,
like, he came out.
And he was
Bray Wyatt.
He was fucking himself.
Something I want to say about Ronda was sad. Yeah. What most disappoints me about her, she's an athlete.
That's what I don't understand, because if you look at Shayna Baszler and Matt Riddle, they adjusted beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Because Shayna understands.
And even, what's her name? I'm forgetting about her. I don't want to. She's okay. She's grew on me. The other MMA girl, she's grew on me. I'm sorry. I can't think of her name. Lame it on the wine.
Yeah, she's part of Fire and Desire.
What the fuck is her name? I'm looking at her.
Yeah, I'm looking right at her face. Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. Yes, they have adjusted so well. But Ronda just.
But this is the problem. You have a guy like Logan Paul, who's not an athlete. He's an actor.
Put respect on Logan Paul.
But he's had 2 better matches than she has ever had in the entire time.
No, 3.
The man,
he had the tag match, then he had the one with the Miz, and then the one with Roman. I'm sitting there, look, to show you how Logan Paul got me, I've been watching wrestling since I was like 7. I get the business. But he had me thinking like, this motherfucker better win. When he did the frog splash, I'm like, this
when he did that shot, jumping clothesline, I was like,
I said, he better win.
Like, this dude is actually...
I'm talking about the buckshot.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam Page. But, yeah, he did the buckshot, and it was cool.
It was beautiful. It's like, he's not an athlete in Ronda. He's putting you to shame. Yeah, and they try to compare her to Brock. It's like,
Brock can work.
Brock can do it.
Here's the difference. Brock can work. Brock doesn't need to work because he's already been a
He is very fucking entertaining with his ponytail.
The Cowboy Brock is the best fucking.
No Paul Heyman. He's just doing shit.
And what pissed you off was I'm like, dude, if you tell him you could always done this. Wow. But I kind of seen it though when he won the Money in the Bank and he touches the boombox and he was fucking around. And then when he told Heyman, he was like, he's like, wait, I can catch this here whenever I want to. He's like, yeah. And he started to beat his ass. He's like, I thought you knew.
It's like, that shit was...
But Heyman ability, and I feel bad for Heyman because Sami Zayn almost took it away.
Yes.
You don't even think about Heyman no more.
You don't even notice.
You don't even pay attention
because
to
every time they see, what is the crowd chanting? Sammy Uso.
Or Uzi.
Yep. They chant something. Like Paul Heyman. But that's how you know how good.
And Sammy got to be the ups. He has it. He almost got the other one, Solo. He almost got him to break. Yep. He tried to get him. He's trying to. He got Jimmy. Jimmy fall all over the place laughing. He got Jay. He got Roman.
He got
Roman said, "Fuck it, I can't."
He got
Roman stopped. Is like
when he said to Uzi, you instantly saw Roman
because it fucked his mind. It was like what?
Because he started cracking up.
And
he's had his break character.
But he's saying this, so he said, "You're saying Jay isn't Uzi?"
Like,
He was like, "You better get Uzi." You hear me?
yeah,
So,
like it really works.
but the one that really got Jay is when he came back in the shot and did the handshake, and Jay said, and then Jimmy was so good, he went right with it. But he was like, "What are we doing?"
But Sammy is
And he's not the superstar of the year.
him. KO was a close second because KO he's been amazing no matter he's good or bad.
And I hate to say it, you got to put Roman up there too.
Roman's heel work saves his fucking career.
When they let him be, I think that's him.
I
Dak just said, "Go out there and treat them like you do at the
I
family
actually had
reunion."
a dream about Roman Reigns.
Holy
He
shit!
was really a bad guy, like for real, like
Did
real
he
life.
scare you?
No, he just had us all in his tyranny, like we were all living in his house. Literally, like you were there, Jazz was there, my brother Rock was there.
Dak, you were there.
We literally was sitting there, and we was all scared to even move.
I would be
because we was like, Reigns was literally an evil guy. Like he's literally like, if you don't do this, your ass is getting kicked. Like he was like the most strictest parent ever. He was like, and every time he talked to you, all you could say is, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, my tribal chief.
Yep.
Yes, my
the
tribal
Usos
chief.
was there. All of them just sitting there like, what kind of dream is this? And he was like, "Hey, turn the TV on." Like he didn't have to do anything.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you that promo he cut right before that Logan Paul match, where he's like, "I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of thinking people think they got a chance. I'm running.
Yep.
Oh, ain't nobody gonna knock me.
It's a few promos
Ain't
he got.
nobody gonna knock me."
One when he got Austin Theory, he's like, "Your daddy's not here anymore."
That was
And
bad.
he cut
Austin
him.
did not like that at
He
all.
cut him.
And that's why I kind of like because you get the live reaction. You can tell when somebody says something like, "Ooh,"
Like he doesn't. You know he don't like being called a kid anyway.
and he was for real with that.
Yeah.
You could tell they called him that back then. And he liked that. That's why he walked out there and when he beat. Oh, we got to talk about no disrespect to Mr. Theory, and I know you've been waiting for this, Bobby.
Oh, dude, as Brock
Please.
Bobby. And like they fired him. They talking about like we all know that's a story. That's work.
But how do you like this?
I love this monster. Like we have monster faces.
And Booker T, is he the Shucky Ducky Quack Quack
He's
version
everything.
of Bobby Lashley?
Yep. Him and Brock.
That we needed.
You
to see.
have monster faces. Like why do
Would
we
you
have
still consider him a face?
I consider him more of a tweener, but he's still more of a good guy than anything. But he's destroying stuff.
And he has the best theme. I'm sorry. Yeah. His theme grew on me.
When you get pumped up, this is better than anything he's had.
That's the workout music. I think he works out to that.
There like that on
oh
like
my
statue.
God.
I used to see him like the dude is 45 years old.
A cheat code.
And the dude is like he's chiseled out of stone.
Granite.
The dude is like just solid. When you see him, you got one on Raw, you got one on SmackDown, and they just blowing through everybody. Like,
and I hope they revisit that at WrestleMania. Him and Bobby.
Dude. Oh, him and Braun.
And him and Brock.
The reports that Brock will be facing Gunther at WrestleMania.
I can't argue that either.
Like
is it for the belt?
I don't know.
Brock never had that in the Continental.
But you know that's going to be a hard hit match.
And I think
versus the MMA ground and pound style.
If he powerbomb Brock, oh my God! If he
That's-
powerbomb Brock, that's like when Kevin Nash powerbombed the Giant.
So let's jump back to Reigns.
Go ahead, let's jump.
You know I watched this promo a lot, but him versus Cena 5 years ago, when Cena ate his ass alive in that ring. And then we jumped to last year. They had that promo, and he's like, John Cena's like missionary. Every single night I was like.
And what I liked about I'm going to
done.
tell you something. Roman won that.
He won it easily.
And it's not even for the missionary comment, which was great, but it was the fact, like he said, bro, I can't joust with you. You John Cena, I can't talk with you. But I'm going to beat your ass.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? That was the coldest. Like, I'm not going to do this. You're going to win this.
Like,
but when we get in here, I'm going to smash you.
But he did get some shots in that. Like, this Reigns is completely different.
But then fucking Cena was like, you're right, Roman. You're going to beat my ass. You're going to smash and bash, but all I have to do is pin you. 1, 2.
And you can
Three.
see those.
And you're the biggest.
Something else I'm waiting to revisit: Rollins versus Reigns.
Can we talk about how Rollins is arguably the best wrestler? Period.
He's another excuse that he'd be superstar of the year easily.
His first, they fucked his character up, and he changed it.
And they keep saying, "What's his gimmick?" He's Seth freaking
Rollins.
That's his gimmick.
He's
Rollins.
Even though we going to SmackDown, I pray that Seth Rollins can come
Wait,
just so I can do the.
Wait,
not just say I pray that he just comes to SmackDown or he comes out after the night and we can just like crowd like that. He's a heel.
But he's a good
technically, but now he's face. Now he's a face. But when he was a heel, they were still cheering him.
He's still kind of in between because when Cody comes back, they're gonna revisit that.
They got to.
Like, cause Cody's coming.
You got to bring him. I think Cody's coming for the Royal Rumble.
But they also said that who the hell did they say was gonna win the Royal Rumble? They said The Rock. It was actually possible The Rock could come back and win the Rumble. If he wins the Rumble,
don't. Mr. Johnson, don't.
I doubt.
You can still look. You can still fight your cousin. You can literally, literally just cut a promo and say, "I want a piece of the head of the table." You did it with Cena. Don't have to. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble needs that win. Cody, and I think you go Cody.
If you don't go Cody, you go Matt Riddle. You can go a few people that really could use that win.
If it's not, honestly, in the men's Royal Rumble, if it's not Cody, which I think is guaranteed, if it's not Cody Rhodes, I think gold, depending on the storyline, Sammy.
Yep, you can go Sammy,
and you can do it. You can set it up.
You can intertwine him and KO really easily.
Exactly. Because there's strong rumors that Roman's wrestling both nights.
Yep.
He's supposed to lose both belts
on one night, and then he's supposed to wrestle The Rock on the next night.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I'm good with that. But we know Reigns can do it.
But I think if I'm booking it, okay, this is me for real. If I'm booking it, where's the Royal Rumble's tail? I think you have it set. This is how I would book it with Kevin Owens. I have Kevin Owens get a title shot at WrestleMania, right? At Royal Rumble, like he has a match. And then the same bullshit happens. Usos run in, Solo, all this bullshit, right? And then, wait, hold on. I'm going to go continue. After Solo, he's been doing the spike.
Yep.
R.I.P. Umaga showing respect. They beat the dog shit out of KO. Fuck him up after the match. Beat him, all the bullshit. And then they have KO leaving the arena. Woo! He out the arena. All right, so you set something up. Royal Rumble start. The classic. Fucking,
he takes somebody's spot?
No, he takes Sammy's spot. You randomly see Sami Zayn just all fucked up, all beat up. And again, remember, we're going to keep this. I'm going to get to that too. Sammy all fucked up, beat up. Roman like, what happened? What the hell's going on? Like, so you telling me he can't? So I have odds? Somebody get off. He's like yelling at him. Sammy's out of it. All of a sudden, it's chaos. Who gonna take the spot? Here's number 30. Who's taking the spot at number 30? Crowd go stupid. Crowd is there. He's limping. He's doing a fight going to fight. He's limping. He gets in at number 30. He's a house of fire. Woo! He comes in, and then I have it set that main event Jay is the last one. It's all on Jay. Jay's the fresher guy for Jay coming in. He's doing his thing. Last one to, you know what I'm saying? I'll go set. You have Jay. I'll put you like this to tell a story. Jay comes in at 1. Jay goes coast to coast. It's Jay Uso, Kevin Owens. Kevin's all fucked up, beat up. Jay is tired. He's laying down. These motherfuckers are going. Jay putting on the performance of a lifetime because you want them to go face.
Yes.
So you're telling the story of Jay going face.
Yep.
He's giving a performance of a life. Listen to me.
We're talking about Daniel Bryan type.
I'm talking, no, fuck that. Sorry, a Chris Benoit performance. He's going coast to coast. He's tired. The crowd is cheering Jay. That's how much of a performance he's putting on. But they still love Kevin. They on the apron. They super kick each other. Kevin holds on. Jay falls. Crowd. Kevin Owens. Boom. His ticket to Mania. Roman comes out. He's looking. He's pissed.
He looking at Jay like, what the
and Jay's looking at him like, bro, I did all I. He mouthing the words. I did all I could do. I tried. Jimmy by his brother's side like he tried.
You
what do
got-
you want to
you got
do?
Reigns like,
Reigns
no,
like,
that's not
and
enough.
he walks off on him. He don't do nothing that night. Walks off from him. He done with him. So then we tell the other story. You go to
Sammy?
Sammy. So Sammy goes to say how you get whooped. I know, you know what? I know you a snitch. I know that, you know what? At Elimination Chamber, you going to prove your loyalty to me in the ring. You going to get in that ring and you going to lay down.
And that's
I'm going to put my boot on you. You going to prove to me. Because I have to wrestle for going to WrestleMania and I choose you. You gonna get in there and you gonna put your boot down,
and I'm gonna put one of my titles on.
And I'm gonna put one of my titles on the line. So that's when Kevin be like, bro.
And
hey,
that's when you. That is
that,
when,
and then you pass that. And wait,
Sammy wins one.
So no. Sammy don't win one. You tell the story. Sammy comes down. The crowd is cheering for Sammy to do what he needs to do. Sammy, who's like, they not saying Uso no more. They saying Sammy. Sammy gets in the ring. He lays down. The crowd is booing, throwing shit, booing. So Roman sits there. He's smiling with his chair, looking at them, pointing at Paul. The ref go down. 1, 2. Sammy kicks out. Crowd pops. Roman pissed. You got a match. And Sammy puts on a performance of a lifetime. Which he can. And then what you do is Kevin comes out, sets it up. He helps Sammy. They do their little power bomb, whatever. The crowd is popping. Now we know it was all the rules. They was working together. But then you have the Usos come out. Now they conflicted because Roman been talking shit for them the last week. They conflicted. They really don't want to help, but damn it, it's blood. This, that, and the other. They finally come in. They help him retain. Then they call on SmackDown. You think everything is good. The family's better than ever. Solo is here, but he's looking at them all and saying, y'all hesitated. I needed y'all out there. You thought about it, didn't you, Jay? You thought about it. You always had a problem.
And that's him.
Jimmy, you gonna follow your brother like you do like a lapdog, and Solo wanna be a star. He wanna be his big uncle. He wanna be Umaga.
Like, I can hear him saying all of that.
You hear that? He's cutting a promo on all of them. He said, I don't care who this is. I run this. Not the grandfather, Peter Maivia. Not Rocky Johnson. Not my dad. Not my uncle. Not if you smell. Boom.
Like,
crowd dumb. Rock's coming down, walking. The crowd is stupid. All the Rock come and cut a promo and say, look like you do a double work WrestleMania. You gonna fight KO, and then night 2, you fight the true head of the table. The Trailblazer, all that bullshit.
Like the one who made this possible for you
to get all. I can't wait. You gotta. That's how you book it.
But I can see Triple H booking all of that in some form.
You got to book it that.
Trips understands wrestling.
It's just simple.
Vince does not. Vince has lost touch a long time ago.
It's so simple.
Triple H lets them control what they're doing. I want to see Sammy win a world title.
It's going to happen. But you want Sammy he's playing a role. Because the story is they're working together. And if you go back to the yesteryear, we talked about this before. Kevin Owens should have got one of that trio that they went together. So you got to, and Triple H is all about closing storylines. We got to revisit that. You got to remember, whose guy's Kevin Owens? That's Triple H guy. That boy gonna get a true title reign that he deserves.
Yeah, because Sami Zayn, I only want Sammy to win. He could win either one.
Yeah.
Even if it was a one-off, I want to see him get that one time at least.
I would love to see it to where
I want to literally the way they can split it is both of them work together to take both titles off rank.
Yeah. Now I would prefer that, but I really think they're gonna if the Rock schedule permits, this is reason for Rock. But I would love if we're doing a congruent story,
or even if he wrestles 3 times in 2 nights, he wrestles one match. Well, he has to wrestle KO. KO beats him, takes one of his titles. Like, I still got one. And some BS way, the way you could write it up. Sammy is your next challenge. And Sammy has to come out like, hey, I know you're tired. I know you want out. And this is believable.
Yes.
Because now Reigns is tired.
Yes.
He's broke down, him and KO to beat the hell out of each other.
But you could almost babyface him instantly because he went 2 nights. And I can see him saying that second, I'm the tribal chief. And you can see Paul Heyman like, no, don't do it. I was like, no,
And
I'm the
also,
tribal chief.
you
I
can
can do
also
this.
see the Usos turning on him.
They're gonna turn on him.
No, you can see them turning on him to help Sammy win.
No, they're gonna turn because Jay's gonna actually start liking Sammy.
Right.
Because that's what's that's the story they tell.
You can see they like you've been treating this man like crap for no reason. Like he's been super loyal to you, and then you turn on us. We did everything we could to help you.
And then remember, I don't give a damn what the tribal chiefs say. And one of the things about Roman, he remembers everything.
It's like he just write the shit down.
Just say, okay.
And where does Paul Heyman fit in all of this? That's the trick.
Heyman with the money.
But even
and
then,
if he see the money in jeopardy, Heyman gonna always.
But I could also see this too. Them trading on him when The Rock goes after him. They're like, no, we need a new head of the table. We need to switch allegiance. You've been screwing up, cuz. Like you've been out here.
The story is
they can work so many angles with the story.
And now that Roman has a little bit of a voice,
he
gets
it.
Can be amazing.
Because The Rock can out-talk anybody. Like him and John Cena alone could literally have an hour-long promo against each other.
He's gonna be on the last of the year.
Cena,
yeah.
What is
last SmackDown of the year? Cena's gonna be there.
I wonder what is it. I wonder if he ever gonna come back to number 17.
I think he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna feud with Theory to give him the rub for the United States title.
That's fine.
I don't think. I think Cena personally don't want to do it.
I don't think he want to break it either. I think if he wanted to, if he was a shark, everybody said he was. He been came. He had this shit 20 times off.
I really think Charlotte's gonna. I think Charlotte's gonna fly past. I think as soon as she comes back, she getting the belt.
I just. She's the only. She won. Sadly, she's one of the only people I can see beating Ronda.
She should. She needs to get that belt off.
It's either her or Becky, or even one more. And I know this deal Rhea.
I want Rhea to beat Bianca's so fucking bad.
Rhea could beat the hell out of either one of them. Rhea's been killing it.
And see, here's the problem. I want them to show the balls that you got and put that match. Stop bullshit because you put them together. Bianca's gonna get booed. Because she's turning into the Cena. I really want to see Bianca as a heel. Yeah. She's too dominant
because she can work. Yeah, but that's the thing. I want to see her
because she kind of talks egotistical. But like, I want Montez to be a heel so bad. Like Montez, her husband. I want to be a heel so bad.
They walk around as that dark couple, like they just went bad. Like
they just got pissed off. Like sick of
everybody.
Fuck the cups. No, we put a beat ass.
Like he has so much damn charisma.
And he got big.
And he can talk.
And he's not big.
Yeah, he didn't hit the gym.
You know, my girl saw him. He came to the show.
Wow.
Yes.
I would have loved to see
She met him and she said, my goodness. Montez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She met him. Came to Michael's.
The afro.
He had the little baby cool.
Was he cool?
He tried to fake like he wasn't Montez.
Yeah, he had sunglasses on.
Oh, looked at him like, you know how long I've been watching Wrestling Brother? Like, I know it's you, man. I'm a fan. Like, I'm not trying to put you out.
Like, I don't want to bust you out.
I'm like, let me take you in the corner back here. I just want a picture. I just want a picture real quick.
This man is sucks.
Oh, like I said, you need take a picture real quick in the break room back here. Everybody gotta know.
Yeah,
that's it. Put your stuff back on. You go back out. Cool.
Okay, so I want to get your opinion on this. Okay, I think this is where we might differ. What do you think about Hitler?
They're good entertainment.
I just don't get it. I know Swerve is an AEW. I know he was a big
he's
part
the one that made
it. Yeah, I know he was a big part
like
of the
he was the one that really kept it together.
I get it.
But right now, they don't have a direction for one reason.
They don't have a guy.
Yes. They don't have the person who's controlling all of this. Is it B-Fab? No. Is it, like, who controls this? Because when you look at, what's that, the something Phantasma, that group, we know Selena controls all that.
Yeah, and then she got a strong number guy for the guys. Yeah. I hope that had the great match with Ricochet.
Yes. They have this. They have the mastermind.
Yeah, but that's where he swerves.
Because it's like that's why I say they're good entertainment. They don't even really have to wrestle if you want to be honest with them.
They're like, to me, they should be what the Street Profits was.
Yeah.
In this era, that's what they remind me of. Not Street Profits. I mean, Prime Time.
Yep, that comedy.
That's what I mean.
That mean they're good. Like
they can put on a good match. They need to get over. They need to get over with the segment.
Yeah, because Top Dollar. The way that boy can move at 6'5" and 330 is ridiculous. You know I love a big man that can break the mold. That dude steps up to the top rope and is balancing like Taken could, and does an arm drag. Like, this is a big dude that can move. Yeah, when he did something, he hit somebody and flipped out the ring and landed on his feet. Like, wow.
What do you think about the Viking Raiders being back to Sarah Logan?
I like the way they brought Sarah Logan in. That is perfect for her. I thought that was.
They live that. They believe that.
I've never liked Sarah Logan, but she fits perfectly.
Well, you can tell she enjoys that. That's who she is.
Yeah,
Like you can ever tap into bars.
He's like, what did who was that said that? This is just me turned all the way up.
This is me turned up to 10.
Like, literally. Like, don't get me wrong, the Dead Man was good, but when Taker was America's badass, I felt like that
was him.
That's
people
that's
don't,
him.
A lot of people don't like Jay. That's kind of the era.
No,
I enjoy it.
I love that.
And when he went Bubba Red, that was my favorite incarnation of him because he just was like, bro, I'm the dude.
Well, he went.
I'm the measuring stick.
Well, he just threw lead off the stage.
No, it's not that one. The one that hurt my feelings to this day when I really seen him go heel.
When he turned on JR?
Yeah, that hurt my feelings because
he's like,
you think you ain't gonna kiss his ass?
I've been
hell no, I ain't gonna kiss his ass.
Like,
so you saying you better than me? I'm like,
oh shit.
And the whole arena was like, oh,
I was stuck when I first saw him.
I'm like, he about to beat up.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
no. And he beat the dog mess up.
That was up there with the what you don't bring up, was Stone Cold beat up Michael Cole. That was it was up there.
Dog shit out there.
And then Michael Cole was skinny as hell back
then. He had no meat on him. He felt all that.
He beat his ass.
He felt all that. I mean, that was funny. That also was funny.
The way Taker just beat the hell out of the Hardys and Lita while he was bad, he fucked him.
And then and poor Lita.
He just took the
Lita was like, why you doing? He like, you get it too. He got him. Like,
he took that chair. This is the first time I'd ever seen the guillotine, and he did it on what that Jeff?
Matt.
He put it in his throat and threw it. I was like, Jesus, that
didn't look like I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't. That Taker, and then when him and Hogan had a really good feud, and I'm not even a fan of Hogan. But they really
had
a
good era for Hogan.
Yes, it really was.
Honestly, him and Vince stole that WrestleMania. That was a good match.
Not to mention, the problem was that I would not forget this: how Hogan tried to steal Taker's bike, but he couldn't go with a life. Yeah, he couldn't figure it out. I was like, but you ride bikes. You should easily figure
it out. Flooding the fuck out of it, and Taker was looking like, bro.
like you ride bikes.
Like, bro, what are you doing? Like that is you're fucking up my truck.
You ride bikes and you don't know how to operate this one.
I think a lot of that was just on air, perfect timing.
I mean, Ric Flair was one of them guys. Being 50 years old and this dude could still put on a match like.
Ric Flair hurt my feelings because he should have retired with that Shawn match. WrestleMania, his actual career. Because that match was the most perfect.
The way he was, especially for the super kick and
I was fucking
crying. You saw dude literally.
Everybody was fucking crying.
And you saw him stop, and he was like,
everyone was like, just come on, like finish me. And he's like, damn. He's like, Shawn, don't do it, bro.
But it is. I don't like how they put Shawn Michaels in these bad.
No, he wants to be in a heat chat. Like, no. I have to do it, please, because he idolized him. But that was literally like whoever your hero is. That's like beating them.
That's like beating up Granddad for real.
For real, it's like
he saw like
that's like especially like my folk Granddad. That's like Granddad on the K, and he just
come in and just whoop his.
And he's telling you like finish it. He's like,
he said, "I'm sorry, I love you."
Oh, I lost it. I was done.
And he kicked him,
and then how he just sat on the apron like, damn,
like what did I just do?
And then the next night on Raw, everybody again, damn, everybody. He brought everybody out. Everybody cried, and then the Undertaker started crying. I'm like, damn,
you had Taker break character.
Yeah,
and he literally said it. He never broke his character
because
he wanted to protect.
Cried and hugged
because he wanted to protect his character,
but he couldn't do it.
He said he just.
I'm gonna say that time got me. What was another time that kind of broke me up a little bit, bro? So that's a good topic to talk about really quick. That got me, and I ain't gonna lie. When fucking Bianca and Sasha Banks headline WrestleMania, two black women, that shit was a moment. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is. And Bianca was crying. Sasha was trying to hold it.
Yeah.
She held it better than Bianca was like, fuck it, I gotta cry.
Like,
Damn.
It was a few times. One, Kofi winning the WWE Championship.
I ain't gonna lie. I
didn't
did
care
too. I cried.
how
too.
bad it was. It was like
I teared
an
up.
actual black man
Legit.
is legit.
No
We're not,
gimmicks.
we're not talking about
And
The Rock.
beat a worker like Daniel
Daniel
Bryan.
And Daniel Bryan did the service by putting him over.
Yes.
Clean. This ain't The Rock and his non-black side we never acknowledge because they want to promote him as a Samoan, but he is half black, of course, for those that don't know. So he technically would be the first black to hold the title.
His daddy was black, so he should be black.
Yeah. So we got Kofi did that.
That was fun.
When Bobby won the WWE Championship, I
Yeah,
lost. I
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
No, I did not think they was ever gonna give him that title. Like the second, and they made him do it in a dominant fashion. He beat the shit out of the Miz, and the Miz was fucking terrified. I always
I was
said
happy for even though he didn't miss, but my man MVP who got Bobby to that level. Like MVP needs a lot of props. I know we talk about Paul
no,
Heyman,
that man's amazing.
Bobby Hill.
I
That
always
man's a
said
manager.
MVP is the black version of Paul Heyman.
Yes.
That dude is amazing on the
That's why I'm hated that we never got to see a true bloodline and
Hurt
Business.
Business.
Because they gave up on that
No.
too soon.
I also thought about this too. When you asked me the question, who could take down Reigns? Imagine Bobby going out. And out of nowhere, the Hurt Business comes.
They had something there. I think
They're
they
like-
teased it.
Yeah, like,
But I think they kind of
now
teased
you got
that.
now you
But
got
Vince wasn't really on it. I think Cedric Alexander fucked some shit up.
And
back
that's the
there,
whole
and
thing.
that was over.
and that was still the whole thing. I mean, Omos could be the muscle.
I would have Omos as
Like he just be like the big dude that just tells you to go away.
yeah, but he
He wouldn't wrestle at all. The dude's too
I,
green.
he's just he's I can't take him serious.
Yeah, he's just too green. I mean, he's not even like the Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash still had a
Kevin
personality.
Nash, Big Daddy Cool.
He
like,
had
the
a
best
personality.
big man
He still had a
ever.
personality.
Yes, and he could cut a hell of a promo.
Well, you look at that Omos like he's just playing.
Yeah, he's a creative character that's
No
already
charisma.
on top.
No, he just got
Exactly.
Batista was stiff, but he had energy.
But he had the
charisma.
energy, but I didn't know he had the charisma until he went heel. That's why I'm like, damn, you could talk too? Like the promos he cut with the spotlight.
Yeah, when he used to come out and just tell him, spotlight on me. And
That's-
he just walk to the ring.
And the one that when he was feuding with Triple H, he's like, yeah, Triple H, 14-time champion. He's the best ever to the rest of his business, but he never beat me.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Damn.
Yeah, we said that he saw Triple
Just
H
like this motherfucker. I got
they did
whoop
that. I'm
I
actually
take this coat off.
rewatching the segments. Somebody posted the whole the first feud between them two.
Talk about when he won, Batista won the title.
What's that? Yes.
Oh, that was a good storyline because you saw it coming
That
slow.
was the best slow burn
Because
ever.
you saw it. Because
But you know, you could just see Batista kind of doing stuff like.
But there was a segment that there was like some battle royal, and I watched it with my girl.
I think I just seen that.
So Batista was like he was like, all right, you win, but you're there to make sure nobody else do it. So Batista cleaning house, he throwing motherfuckers out, and then he knocked out Ric Flair.
I
And
saw
Rick
that.
had a fucking stroke. He jumped in the crowd, grabbed the fan. He was just going like, "What are you doing?"
It was like it was an accident. Like
And Batista's like, "Hey,
but it was believable because he wasn't even looking. He just started swinging it.
but it was Rick's reaction to that.
Rick always, it was any time because Triple H used to get so mad. And one thing people never understand: Triple H put over Goldberg
No, stop that. He put over Shelton Benjamin three
3
times.
times clean.
Stop right there. That's why I fight and argue with people that say Triple H dared you.
No, he did not.
did not. He put Eugene over.
But then we talk. He put JR over.
I'm serious. I challenge everybody. Go and think and say the people he put over Cena,
And
which he shouldn't have. He
but
shouldn't have.
But he did.
He put
And
over
he
Cena.
dominated that match.
Okay, he put over. Like I said, Shelton Benjamin 3
Time.
fucking times,
And we talking about Goldberg because Goldberg's not the worker.
and he
that
put
he
over
is.
Jeff.
Yeah,
He put Jeff
and
over,
he didn't even like Jeff.
and he did not believe in Jeff.
When Jeff hit him, when he won that title, he grabbed him.
That's all. No,
raised
I'm
his
talking not that one too, but even though the one the No Mercy match they had that Triple H won, but he won with a roll up after and Jeff was like over.
Even somebody he completely despised, CM Punk, he never buried him.
But he didn't put him over.
No,
he should have put him over.
He did put him over. That was more of a statement.
Yeah, that was personal. He should have put him. Punk shouldn't have lost that match.
But because it really should have been Kevin Nash versus
exactly.
But
Kevin couldn't get cleared, whatever.
But
Triple H was like, "No, I need to let you know who the boss is."
It's like let me tell you something. Like you talking, this is making good ratings. This is doing that, but I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson.
I'm gonna have to teach you.
Like I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson,
dude. I am telling you, that is amazing.
Was there any other times that I had another time that really got me, and it got me kind of slow when Biggie broke his neck recently?
Yeah,
that just
because Biggie was there. He was on his way.
I mean, I liked that he had a WWE Championship reign. Was it memorable? But it's like now he'll probably never hold that title again.
Well, he probably might never wrestle again. That's the problem.
And I know he don't blame Rich Holland for nothing in the world because accidents happen.
That's like Droz never blamed D'Lo Brown for that incident.
But then you got somebody like Bret Hart. I'm sorry, Jazz. I know you like the Hart Foundation, but somebody go tell that motherfucker leave Goldberg alone for now. It's over with.
Look, Goldberg has apologized multiple times on many interviews about it. And I'm with Goldberg now. Fuck it. I'm not going to keep apologizing.
And that's the problem.
You're not going to accept
like Bret Hart.
It wasn't. First of all, it's the business.
Yes, it happened.
And shit happened. Kurt Angle got dropped on his head. Austin got stuffed on his neck. He never hated Owen Hart. They squashed that, talked about it, and it happened.
I mean, if you want an honest opinion, the whole Hart dynasty could hate WWE.
Yeah, so
Owen died in the ring.
Exactly.
Or y'all fuck up.
Yeah.
But they you know what? Accidents happen.
Do you think Natty got heat with Shayna Baszler for breaking her nose for the 1,000th time?
No. But she really broke her nose.
Yeah, she broke it for real.
Like the knee, really.
Yeah, it is. Shayna fucked up. But again, hey, she understands.
But Shayna's one of the best workers.
And Shayna probably, oh my God, cried.
Shayna probably went over like, hey, I mean,
whatever it needs.
Hey, Natty, you know what,
girl, I need to get this done.
Anyway, I probably need to rest anyway. I need to go sit down, lay down at home.
I can make TJ take care.
Go be with him. Go be with the cats.
What it is, But that she understands.
Like Soraya, or AKA Paige, for them don't know. She said she texted Sasha when she came back to AEW. She was like, when she got cleared, she texted her like, it's all over. Don't worry about it. And she said Sasha was ecstatic because Sasha blamed herself for a lot of her having to retire again because the neck injury. But Paige it happened.
I know what I signed up for.
And after she come back, I have to realize she's not that young girl.
No,
Soraya is.
Paige is.
She's 30.
Yeah, she got to remember, she's so seasoned. She's been wrestling since she's 16.
Like the girl she is somebody. I would have loved to see kick the shit out of Ronda Rousey.
I would love to see a Paige feel.
Yep.
I think that would.
That and Becky would have been a good. The man Becky versus this Paige. Oh yeah, that really. Somebody that really do need to come, and I wish you would just for one match, and AJ. One time. I don't care who, because she was. Yep. I just need to see the crazy girl come, just skipping out to the ring, and she played the shit out of that and got it over. But the sickest,
she'll kiss everybody.
The sickest burn is when she said, "It's too bad that talent is not sexually transmitted." I was like, "Oh my." I was like, she
buried the entire.
She just hurt you.
That was right up there with Enzo buried the crew.
But see, that's why her and Punk got together. That's why they're married. Because Punk would have said the same shit.
Yes.
Because I know it said in life, she doesn't like to be hugged by fans and all of that.
No.
I'm a person. I'm gonna walk up and shake your hand, get your fist bump, whatever it is. But they say she is a pretty cool person in real life.
Yeah, but I understand that, man.
Why did
would you want somebody to walk up and just hug you? And shit?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. I don't know if you got the corona. I don't know.
If I need you to back up, personal space.
We hang out a couple times.
Cool. I know you now. I know something about you, but
that's why I laughed I laughed.
That's why.
I laughed when Becky went in the crowd, and for a second, she's like,
Yeah,
because that guy really wanted to hug her. He wanted to grab her so bad. He was fighting it. What's his name? Bob, whatever. He wanted to hug her so bad, but he's like, man, if I do it, I'm get thrown out.
that's
But he was just, you could tell,
like when they say sausage a bitch a lot. I always say that, but then it's like, how do you meet these people? A lot of people you meet them at the airport. Who the fuck want to be bothered at the airport?
And that's a job.
That's stressful.
We were just, there was a video I was watching. Neo was at the airport, the singer.
Yeah.
A guy run up and ask questions. I'm like, man, that has to be so annoying.
It
Like,
really
I'm trying
is.
to, and especially if I'm with my kids, I'm
What
fighting.
What did Mike Tyson
No,
say?
Bruce Willis beat ass. That's why he would say, I love Bruce Willis for that. Like, if you're in a private moment with your family,
leave them
alone, man.
Like,
Damn.
I knew a guy who said he actually saw Bobby Lashley up in Michigan. Was it Michigan? I forget where he's from. He was up there. He was like, he saw him because he was in the military.
Yeah.
But he saw Bobby going in the mall with his daughter. He was like, he wasn't going to bother him because he was with his daughter.
Yes, let him have that moment.
Like,
This guy's on the road forever. Let him have it. Like, I'll tell you, you're a Bulls fan.
Of course.
Oh, so you ever heard of a Bulls player called Norm Van Leer?
Yep.
Me and my grandfather met him years ago at Aldi's. And we were in the aisle, and he was like just the aisle. He's like right there. And my granddad saw him first, and and the guy looked, he's like don't look like because it's Norm Van Leer. This is 48 minutes of intensity.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? This is a bull, and like he said stuff. Well, it was cool, but like you say, it's your approach.
It's like he made a childhood hero.
But it's also your approach. You ain't acting a fool, running all over the place. I feel like if you just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Let's meet you. It's cool, especially if they solo.
Yeah.
Hey,
absolutely. Like I'm one of your biggest fans.
Like Randy was like when remember he got heat when he told that dude to fuck. He's working out.
Yeah.
Wait till he finish.
It's like
I'm pretty sure if you wait till he finish, hey, Mr. Orr, not to see
like
you work, I wanted to wait till you.
Because I'm like that.
Yeah.
When I'm focused on something, don't bother me.
He'd be like, hey, I saw you, but I waited till you were finished. I was wondering, can I get a quick autograph? He'd be like, sure, kid, no problem.
Like what
I guarantee
yes
you, his attitude will be, but it'll be much better.
This is why they get painted so badly. Like I didn't actually meet him, but I came in close proximity with what's his name? Hold on, Terrence Howard.
Uncle.
Yeah, a lot of people said this dude is an asshole. He's this like you meeting him at the airport. Nobody wants to talk to you at the airport. It's stressful. You try to make sure you get to your flight. It's crowded all the time. So I saw when I was walking to work at the Artist Institute, he's literally walking down. They literally filming Empire. He's walking with one of his sons, I believe, down. I'm like, is this Terrence Howard? So the people that actually worked it, the girls, the officers that was doing the detail, some of them over there just being stupid, trying to seduce my other. I'm like, he don't want none of y'all. So one of them, he's like, hey, I'm just trying to find a bud. I'll go smoke a square. So it's like he's a normal person. They like he was cool as hell. He's like, hey, he's just like, hey.
During the Empire days, tell us stories, little dab. I used to work at Door to Door Organics. It was right on 39th and Persian, like right down Hustle.
Yep.
And I was either
39th and Persian. I used to work over there in the motion industry.
Yeah, I know what that's that whole area. Like 5 seconds from Chinatown.
Yep.
You take the red line, or you literally walk 10 minutes. You're in Chinatown.
Yep.
So I was working over there, and I was coming home. And I used to stop at the little 7-Eleven that's right down Austin and Milwaukee. And I said, fuck it, I'll walk to Chicago, just to kill some time. And I'm walking past, and I see a big, tall dude, like, jogging. I'm like, wow, he's like an athlete. It's rare to see, so I'm thinking, like, oh, Bulls is this? I'm like, what Bulls is this? And he gets closer, and he literally walks by, and I look at him, and I'm like, and he waved at me and kept going. It was Andre. It was like his son on the show. He was jogging down Austin.
Now, I don't really know because I've never seen Empire Day in my life, but I kind of got a gist of it.
And I instantly text a girl, hey, I saw that dude from Empire. That's when they was like filming
I've
all
actually
around.
known a few people that's been on Empire. At least 3 people.
I think if you think real hard, check your friends list. I think just about anybody got an extra.
Yeah,
Empire.
I mean, I have an actor. I have a guy I went to high school with who's actually a pretty good actor. For those of you who don't know who Detective Levy is, That's one of his most famous characters. Big Mike, it's my man.
Yeah, man.
Like he one of the coolest guys you ever meet. If you ever watch the movie Beats on
That was
Facebook,
yeah, or even Power.
he's in there.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah,
He's in all
he's
that.
in that. He was in he also played in The Shy.
Yeah,
He was an extra in that.
one of the greatest
And he
human
actually
beings.
personally knows Anthony Anderson. So
One of the
that's
greatest
my
human
dude.
beings you ever meet.
I went to fifth grade with this dude. This dude was always the biggest dude in the class. Cool. Girls always have always messed with him in high school and turned him down. These same women right now are in this man's inbox about some. Hey, you want this? You want that? You want this? Like
It's a funny story. I don't even know if he remembers it. Like I knew him.
Mike?
I met him when I was working at Old Country Cafe. This is back in and he would come in, the lady and stuff. And, at the time, I'm not sure. And he will give the most insightful information, conversations. Like I love this guy.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the regulars. Like this was before all of what's happening now. And we'll sit in the booth. He'll come and we'll just talk, and it's just polite. It's just like you could tell like he was different. Like that like I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna know you.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever meet somebody like I'm gonna know you, and it's like you sit back and then you look and see what he's doing. You know, you look and see what you're doing. Like wait a minute, that guy that's on Power. I was taking his play. Like I know this dude. Like it's so great.
Me and one of my god brothers, Sean, walking home from the gym, walk back to my house. He sees us, and this truck pulls over. He gets out. We stand there and talk for 2 hours. The dude is literally one of the because he knew us from school.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest guys ever. Like I said, my girl did photo shoots with him.
And
he's such a gentleman.
He's so big, but he's very athletic.
Yeah, but he's a human being. He's such a gentleman. He's funny. He's kind, polite, and he will give you all the information you need. And he helps people.
Yes.
If you want to get in there and need tips of the trade and stuff like that,
he got it all for you because
really good.
He was a guy that was basically said, "You're gonna fail." I watched him tell him, "You're gonna fail." Look at him. The same people probably look at him like, "Oh man, I was wrong. He's doing better than half of y'all do."
Never judge a book by its cover.
Because I mean, this man walks around with a ring that is worth quite a lot. I ain't gonna say the price, but that man, he got some stuff. Like when his brother passed, me and my god brother Sean, we went up there and we saw him. We hung out with him for a bit. Show some support because my barber's his best friend. So, people are humans.
Yeah, it don't matter. I don't care who the celebrity is. You're human. You're gonna make.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When they say how, I remember I was just recently talking about Rihanna and Chris Brown situation years ago. It's like
you can look outside this window right now. You can see that shit happening right now.
I literally watch this when I'm at work. I watch men dominate women.
Which is wrong.
They teach them freedom like crap. I see them, women are, they just kind of, they just in their corner. I watch a man tell them, no, I used to work with a guy who was admitted chauvinist. Told me that out of his own mouth. He believed that women, this is a dude who had a young wife, this dude is almost 50. He has a young wife, talk crazy about her all the time. And it's like, come on, man. Like, why?
But I feel like the reason why it's such a big deal when you see a celebrity do that is because we put celebrities as idols and role models, which you shouldn't. You idolize them, but you shouldn't. You should first of all idolize yourself and know yourself. Be the best of you. Like you said again, they do the same stuff that we do, but it's just that they're put on this different spectrum. They can't, you know what I'm saying? Like again, unfortunately, Chris Brown made a very human error, let his anger get the best of him, and he hurt a young lady. Not supposed to do that. Okay? But like you said, you see it at your work. You can look out this window and see it, but that don't make the news because it's not news.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
But I try to educate.
But whether if Rihanna get hit or that lady sitting at the bus stop get hit, still wrong.
Yeah, it's the same.
The punishment should still be. I don't care who he is or she, because men hit women too. No, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter the status. If you hurt somebody, the punishment should always be the same.
Because we have the young lady comes to my store, very, very pretty young lady, white girl. It looks out of element. She's dating an older black guy. Okay. And I had a friend that I was talking to who lived in the same building. Told me I was arguing. She taking out garbage, doing all. I'm just looking like, what is this dude? She's always coming to the store by herself. She's always cussing them out. And I look at, and I told her before. I looked at her, it was just me and her, and I told her, you know, you too young to be have all that stress that you under. Before I really knew who she was, and she just kind of looks, just kind of froze, like I could just see it in her. I've only seen this guy twice. That's how much you never see him. She's always out doing everything. I'm just like, I don't know her story. I don't know if she trapped. I don't know if like some people I don't feel sorry for because they allow it.
I definitely want to keep that as the next topic of the show.
Yep.
About the generation and
Yep.
how it shifted, and how the
It
man
is.
is really being toned down to where it's almost criminal to be a man and to say certain things and to feel certain ways. I really want to do a great deep dive into that one. That's going to probably be one of the next ones I want to get into. Just our opinions. And again, this is all our opinion basis. It's us talking, shooting the shit, a promo. And
It's
and you know what I'm saying? This is just kind of like a taste of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, sometimes we go. It's like it's been 2 hours, which is great. It wasn't never the intention.
because even with and even in wrestling, when you do the best promos ever was shot straight from the hip.
Off the top of your head,
Like
and
it's
then
never
straight emotion.
like Jericho told Vince before. Vince gave him a script. He's like, I'm not reading this shit. Like he told Vince, how much money have I made you?
And Vince looked at him and said, "You're right." And kept on walking.
And like that's it.
And that's kind of how
You gotta be.
you be. And if you feel that establishment's away, it's like, hey, you know what? I don't care what's gonna happen. This guy got it.
And I'm gonna end you with a very good quote by the great Paul Heyman.
I'm gonna let you have it. You give me a quote. I think that'll be a great way to do it. Each show will end with a quote. That's a great idea. I'm gonna let my man gonna bless us
Paul
right
Heyman
now.
said something. He said, if you're not willing to do something that'll get you fired, you'll stay a mid carder forever. So what that means is you can apply this to life. If you're not willing to take that big risk, you're gonna be stuck wherever you are. Because you're not willing to take that risk. You never know what's gonna happen. You made bad decisions before, guess what? One more ain't gonna ask you for it.
With that one, I gotta come hard next show. That's a hard quote. But as always, thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you for rocking with us. See us. I hope you enjoy it. There's gonna be a lot of more content, man. We're gonna try to keep this stuff firing out because there's so much happening in the world right now. So I am Dzilla as always signing out. I'm gonna hand it to
James,
my man,
I'm the show.
and we should hopefully see you next week.